Steve-O would always tell me, dude, stay sober and you'll see really neat things happen. And when I was sober, nothing neat was happening because I was obligated by court to do AA meetings all day, go do neurofeedback for $800 a week, and then therapist, doctors. My whole day consists of sobriety and doctors and treatment, and nothing neat was happening. Yeah. Now that I'm not obligated to do that and I'm skating again, I'm stretching again, I'm saying hi to old friends, we're working on new music together and we're working on new show ideas. And now I get it. Now I'm like, yeah, neat things are happening. I got my passion back to skateboard. And once I have skateboarding back, it all, if you love what you do, then everybody will come back and want to work with you again.
Welcome back to the Hopeaholics Podcast. I'm your girl, Dannii Marie.
And I'm Chad Carlson, and you're listening to the #1 addiction and mental health podcast.
And you guys, if you or a loved one is struggling, make sure you head to askevamarie.com or chaddick.com and chat with one of our AI companions 24/7.
Or text the number right here on the screen.
Together, we are breaking the stigma around addiction and mental health.
And fighting the fentanyl epidemic.
Now, let's get into the episode.
Bam. Dannii.
Yeah.
Yes.
Welcome to the Hopeaholics Podcast.
Yeah, man. I want to tell you, she's pretty shredded up. I'm looking at her in the camera, and Natalie and her. I mean, this is a good duo right here, man. I like it.
I have been wanting to wrestle her play-wise for a long time.
I
will throw in a few dollars.
Please do.
I will definitely chip in for that one, Bam, if you're okay with it.
Yes. I was trying to get her to throw me. I'll I don't care. She's like, you'll get hurt, and I'm like, I don't care.
Since we met over a year ago, I've never seen her so excited when she.
Oh, nice.
Marie just contacted her. I've known her for so long. I'm like, rock and roll. Well, let's go then. I'm
That's
like,
awesome. Where's
the podcast? She's like, right in Orange County. I'm like, well, that's perfect because that's where, I have to fly to at least once or twice a month to visit my son, and this is where all the skate companies are. So
How old's the kid?
That's amazing.
he's 6. He turned 7 on Christmas.
How's that?
Phoenix the Wolf.
Phoenix the Wolf.
Yeah, he's great.
Nice.
It was a real legal issue
Yeah.
for a while. It's actually still ongoing, but I mean, when I got locked up in the longest Florida shuffle, 13 different treatment centers at 90 days apiece, back to back to back, $660,000 later,
Jesus.
I got out, and there's lawyers and monitors that have to
Yeah.
I was living in Texas at the Black Rifle Coffee Compound with an 8-year-old girl and a 6-year-old girl. I could take them to the movies and to the park, but when it comes to my own kid,
You can't.
I'm like,
Fuck.
I've never owned a knife I've never fired a gun in my life, except for with Lil Xan in the woods, the Redlands. He was like, you never fired a gun? I was like, no. He's like, out of all the Jackass stuff you've done, you never done it. I just never owned one, never got around to it. He's like, we're going to the Redlands. It was actually a real adrenaline rush.
Yeah, it is. It
Lil
is nothing
Xan.
like a gun going off.
Yeah.
Nothing like it.
And I actually said I fired a gun with Lil Xan, and it was written on paper, and her lawyer was like, look at him all high on Xanny bars shooting guns. I'm like, no, it's a rapper, you idiot.
Oh, my God, right?
Lil Xans. I didn't know
Lil
that's the
Xan.
word.
No, I'm not on a Lil Xanax. Lil Xan, he's a rapper.
Yeah, no such thing as a little Xan.
Yeehaw.
No such thing.
No, we take a lot. We take
Take a lot of
Xan.
Xan. Yeah, baby. Shit.
But I mean, that's the beauty of social media, though, because we were able to connect on social media, which then brought you guys here, which for us is huge.
Yeah.
This is a huge moment for not only you guys being on the podcast together, but then also you guys sharing with the Recover Out Loud meeting and bringing so much, there's always like a downer when it comes to recovery for either people that suffer with addiction or even just the people that are with people that are,
Fucked up.
Yeah.
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 People need support and need to understand the disease. So the fact that you guys are willing to give your time to speak to some of the people that are going to be not only fans, but also currently in treatment as well.
Yeah.
And then others that are just coming in to get their little medicine for the night too we can't thank you enough for coming in and doing both things.
No problem.
Yeah, you got a lot of juice, man, and you could help save a lot of lives.
Yes,
You got that opportunity.
And I could say I've been to probably over 20 treatment centers. Some of them are great, some of them, but you have to want to go in.
Yeah.
You can't have your parents force you in because, and you can't have your. You have to want to go.
No.
If anybody's dragging you there against your will, it's not going to work.
I agree.
And also, you with me, I could tell everybody this. I figured it out. I needed structure. Dannii taught me structure.
There you go.
You have to wake up and have something to do. We walk the dogs. She stretches me for an hour. I look for a skate spot. I can't leave unless I get a skate trick on film. We go home. We cook dinner. I either paint or write or whatever it is that I do. It's a structured schedule.
100%.
Before, I would wake up with nothing to do. I would look across the street, see an Irish pub, and say, that looks like fun. And I would do that all day and all day.
And that was fun for a little while.
And I had no 9-to-5 job, and I had no boss tell me what to do. So if the night was fun, and I would keep it going until the sun came up. I need to know that I'm going to bed at 10 o'clock at night. And, you know, when she's like, I don't care if you're with Billy Idol or Iggy Pop and you guys you're going to bed at 10. I'm like, well, we actually are with Billy Idol in Calgary, Canada right now. Nope, we're going to bed at 10 because that's the rules. I'm like, and it
Smart,
really works.
And it works.
And, you know, I got to say, in 2013, the doctor analyzed me and said that my legs were like dry rotted rubber bands from alcohol and pill abuse, which I was forced to take. But from all the side effects of dehydration, stiff muscles, hair loss, erectile dysfunction, suicidal tendencies, all that. And he said, good luck trying to skate again. And he said, reach down to touch your toes. And I did. My hamstring popped right here in the back of my ass, and I was out for a year. And I would have to pull over in 20 minutes of traffic just to walk around and stretch. So I lost all hope on that, and it just made me want to drink even more. And when I met her at the Sunset Marquee in Los Angeles, she said she's a stretch coach. Do not listen to him. I'll stretch you an hour a day. And she said within a month, it was even sooner than that. My legs are 100% back, and I thought that they could never be recovered from.
I told him he had to get away from those people at the party too, you know, because when we met at the Sunset Marquee, it was just not the right crowd. I shouldn't have been there, but it was just a daytime party. So the strike had just hit. I was here from Miami. I paid $12,000 for rent in good old Koreatown.
Oh my gosh.
No parking, no laundry, but they accepted pit bulls, so I was in. But then the strike hit. So I said, well, I already paid my rent, so I might as well give LA a little bit of a chance again, because I'd been here when I was 19 and I had a good time then. But yeah, I was like, these people, nobody has jobs. I had a car payment, rent, 2 dogs.
And it was what happened with me was I was through the gills with lawsuits. Like my brother's girlfriend, they were living in Castle Bam because they knew I was in treatment. I said, you could live there. He got Prince's soundboard from Purple Rain and turned it into a recording studio. So when I came to visit, it wasn't like, hey, nice to see you. How long are you here for? It's more like, when are you leaving? I'm like, fuck you is when I'm leaving. So we got into a little tiff. I ripped off Billy Idol's signed guitar and hit him over the head with it. And I told her I'd put a bear trap on her foot. And now I get a terroristic death threat charge that I had to hire Donald Trump's lawyer, Mike Vanderveen, rock and roll, to prove that I put my hand in a bear trap at Jackass 2 and it didn't even break. It hurt like hell, but I don't even own a bear trap. Why are we in court for this? You know, the thanks that I get for letting my brother stay at my house for basically free is for them to call the police on me over a threat. Like, I just showed up with a backpack from Los Angeles. Chances are I don't have a bear trap in it. And you've lived here for 4 years, and you know that there's not one here. Then I'm dealing with the custody battle situation. Jackass, which made me go to treatment for 90 days on my own dime. They're filming during COVID, which is illegal without me. So I already felt like I wasn't a part of it. And then to put me on 18 different medications to the point where I couldn't even cry or come. I was a zombie, and I was the most depressed I've ever been in my life. And I knew if I stopped taking these 18 pills, then I don't get the $5 million that I usually get for the movie. And I stopped taking it. They're like, well, it looks like you broke your contract. Yeah, what's the point of getting $5 million if I'm fucking dead? You guys are killing me. Jesus. You know, they made me sign a fucking death waiver. Well, guess what? You signed my death waiver. It's called Get Into a Fucking Bare Knuckle Boxing Ring with Me, Knoxville. Tremaine, you're too much of a pussy. But Knoxville, get in the ring with me, you fucking pussy. And if you call him a pussy or say I double dog dare you, then he has to do it because he's so brave. Well, I triple dog dare you. Get in the ring with me. I'll send you on a fucking lunar orbit.
I like it.
Let's do it.
I want it, man.
This is his third opportunity, and I just keep he's not going to answer.
And he keeps dodging the question. People ask him, why don't don't you fight back? Oh, I got bigger and better things to do. Hell no, you don't fight me.
Well, let's do even our ring.
Yeah, there you go.
There's nothing bigger and better. Yeah. Let's go.
Jake Paul and
yeah.
Conor McGregor, they do it all day and talk all, I'm going to fucking kick your ass. And then it's a big boxing thing. Get into a ring with me. I'm not saying I'm going to do it out on the street. Get into a ring, sign your death waiver because you made me do mine. I signed a death waiver that basically set me up to fail. I had to pee randomly once or twice a week. If we're out camping with my son and I get no reception and it says pee now at urgent care, I would have to breathe in an alcohol thing 3 times a day. Noon, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and then 7 o'clock. So when it's time to breathe and I don't get reception on the phone because I was camping one time with my son, I had to drive all the way down the hill, 30 minutes. It would like ruin the whole camping trip. And if I do it, if it says blow at 4, let's just say I did it 3:57. Technically, I broke my contract. So technically, they don't have to pay me if they want to get that detailed.
Is that all because of the movie? Or is that what was
they
the
put me
contract?
through the ringer. As soon as I signed the contract for this, they said you can't drink, which is fine by me because now I'm doing something that I'm back to doing what I love, Jackass. And I don't want to drink. It was all that downtime of being bored and sitting around.
Sure.
So now COVID happens like the very next day. I'm not kidding. COVID happens. Everybody has a mask on. There's a hold on Hollywood movies.
Yep.
And I'm sitting at my house in Pennsylvania with nothing to do, just waiting to know when we're going to film. And if I've even got caught sipping on a Miller's Light, I'm completely fired and all that. I'm like, what do you care if we're not even have plans on when we even know when we're going to film if I'm 3,000 miles away sipping on a beer? Well, anyway, they're so hypocritical when we do Zoom calls. Dave England was sitting there outside in like an ice bath, sipping on a martini. Wee Man's talking about how hungover he is. And if I even had a Miller can that was empty in the background that could have been somebody else's from people being over. And they're like, what's that back there? I'm like, what's what? I don't know. It's a Miller. You have Miller? Yeah, there's some people over. What of it? I almost got fired. I almost got fired from a kombucha because that sets it off.
Because it has alcohol.
Oh, right.
He just feels a little, left out in a way.
Well, sometimes, you know what?
So like betrayed and abandoned and just putting me through the fucking ringer at my dime.
Just feels like he made a
knowing
mockery
that,
of
all
you,
right, I'm paying $100,000 to go to treatment for 90 days. Well, what if I get out and what if I found an Adderall in my car and ate it? Then you're fired and you don't get any of the money. It's like, well, and at that time I wasn't really sure if I wanted to stop. Now that I met her, she gave me the ultimate ultimatum, her poussoir or the vodka. I'm like, shit, I really like vodka, but I'm definitely going to pick the first option.
And you know it
we're
tastes
very
better.
productive every day, and
Not
it's fun.
vodka.
The fact that I got my passion back to skateboarding, again,
good for
it's
you.
like all I want to do. It's all because of her. We have such a great adventure everywhere we go. I mean, we are pretty much attached at the hip, so there is tension at times, especially in the morning. She's just, wow.
I don't know what I can say on here, but I'm like, if you just pull certain things out, stir my coffee with it, and we'll have a good day.
Why are we arguing? Oh, because it's the morning and I'm breathing.
Yeah.
You can say whatever you want on this podcast. I think we're past the time limit for Google, right? I mean YouTube.
Oh, good.
So now we can say
We're
fuck
always
shit,
in trouble.
bitch,
Okay.
whatever we
We're
want.
always in trouble.
So basically, just to for people that are listening, to the contract that they had you sign was basically because you guys were gearing up to film the movie Jackass, right?
Yes.
And so they wanted you to be sober during that filming process.
Yeah, so I get it. If I showed up on set either hungover or drunk or tested positive with alcohol, I get it. Fire me. But to be 3,000 miles away in Philadelphia, not knowing when we're ever even going to film because COVID, and then you're doing it illegally behind Hollywood and my back, I just already felt like not a part of it at all.
And I just want to say, remember,
and I'm glad that I was. It's just
when
a
they were filming the others.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think this one with the rules, when I hear him and know him, I think like they all of a sudden slap the rules down, and it's like they were already so used to, drinking and being silly on
Was anybody
camera,
else sober? So were they wanting you?
I mean, we have like Star Wagon trailers. So I mean, last time my buddy, his name is Chris Eagle. He was at the Chateau Marmont right after they said that I can't drink. He saw Knoxville so shit-faced, he had a Sharpie mustache on his fucking face, and he came up to him and said, hey, Knoxville, I just wanted to say I'm really good friends with Bam. I did a whole tour with him. And he just looked at him and said, well, I feel sorry for you that he's friends with me because I'm doing so terrible.
Yeah.
So if we go back, like, to the prime Jackass era,
Yeah.
you guys were, what, 20 years old?
Yeah.
Around? And you guys were all, like, best friends, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
And so, in that journey...
I mean, when we would go our own ways when the movie was done, everybody lives in all different places, but
Sure.
when we would get together, it would be a blast.
Yeah.
And,
But everybody was drinking and partying then to
hell
do half
yeah.
the stuff that you guys would do, fucking bananas.
Crazy.
Hell yeah.
Like, bananas, like, I would have to be high as fuck to do half
Yeah.
of it.
Drunk
Did
for
you say
sure.
bananas?
I like bananas.
And
Merch.
that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like when Jackass 2 came out, they high-fived me for good press for having a felony charge of brass knuckles drunk at the LAX airport. I got a gift from Island Def Jam because my brother CKY, he's in a band called CKY. He got signed to the label, so they gave me brass knuckle diamonds that said Island Def Jam on it. They were about $20,000. And I'm like, oh yeah, thanks for the gift. I just threw it in this pink little plastic bag with my iPod in it, and I check it through the airport, drunk as hell on Friday, and they're like, you have brass knuckles. I'm like, yeah. They're like, that's illegal in the state of California. I'm like, well, I live in the state of Pennsylvania. How am I supposed to know that? And then we argued back and forth. I'm like, look, I have to make this flight, and that's a $20,000 item, but you can keep it and whatever. He's like, oh, we're definitely going to keep it, and you're definitely going to jail. I'm like, what?
My God.
So I had to pay $20,000 to get it expunged to prove that it was a gift, and I was just going to hang it up in my Sirius radio room when I was doing the show. So it was just like a gift that wasn't framed at the time.
Yeah.
And I proved that. But to be all over press when the movie's coming out, high five, you're all over the news, and Jackass 2's coming out. You're drunk at the airport with a felony charge. Now they call me a liability because I was drunk out in front of the Lux Hotel and got in a little argument with somebody. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah. A lot of up and down there.
But do you think that's kind of where, like, the kind of, I guess, addiction kind of really started to set off and run wild is because all you boys coming together, it's like camaraderie. You're filming something, it all of a sudden it takes the fuck off from like a money standpoint to fame to notoriety to like your skating and all of the amazing things that you want to happen started to kind of all of a sudden appear, and then you guys are enjoying it, but at the same time you're using drinking and drugs at the time to it was fun while it lasted. But do you think that kind of started the kind of addiction process for you?
And also just being so recognizable that, you would get paid 10 to 20 grand to appear at a nightclub.
Sure.
And what's your obligation? Your obligation is to take photos with the people, do shots, and party it up.
Right.
And it's like, my friends would be like, dude, I would kill to have that job. You get 10 grand a night to go to a club that I have to pay an $800 bottle for.
That, yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but dude, on day number 10 in Canada, I remember I woke up in my own piss and barf, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. And then the promoter put a plate of cocaine in front of my face at 9 a.m. and said, we have to make money. I punched him in the head, got on a helicopter, and flew off. And but anyway, like, yeah, 10 grand a night to just party. It sounds good, but 10 days in a row with so much lack of sleep and so much dehydration of not eating well and not drinking water, I like really thought that I was going to die.
Yeah.
And I could not continue.
Which makes sense because I feel like to do those types of appearances, you have to portray the Jackass persona.
Yeah.
And so you're almost living like a double life where it's like, yeah, you guys are hilarious and you do outlandish stuff, but at the end of the day, like, you also are normal human beings. And so to try to maintain that persona 365 ain't gonna happen.
Totally. And that's why I had my first problem when I was about 25 probably. I went to my first treatment center in Reading, Pennsylvania, called Karen. And I remember the lady, I was so bitter of being there because I was forced in by my parents and whoever.
Yeah.
And I'm listening to the lady make a speech. She's like, first of all, there's nothing good that could come from alcohol. And I'm like, what? And I raised my hand. I'm like, tell that to the 2 Lamborghinis in my driveway and the threesome I had last night. What are you talking about? Like, Have you ever shown up to a threesome? I got some mint tea over here. No, you get larried up. And then I'm like, the reason why I have 2 Lamborghinis in the driveway is because it takes a shot of Crown Royal to get up on the roof in a wheelbarrow and get pushed into a pricker bush.
That's what I was going to say. Jim Belushi, like I was reading the book, Jim Belushi, that candy guy, they all had to do drugs before they did their stuff. That's what I was going to ask. So the anxiety, the pressure, things like
just
that.
the liquid courage.
Yeah,
Just the liquid courage, bro.
But I must say, you know, when you see somebody like Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue and, you know, they just got signed to the label and they got a bottle of whiskey with all these hot broads and they're living it up, that's cool because you're 20. But, like, seeing him at 50, if he was still doing that, I'd be like, Nikki, man, grow up. You're like, it's time to grow up. For me, it's time to grow up. The party is officially over. And I don't miss the bar anymore.
It was not over at the Sunset Marquee.
Well, I was checking in to check out.
With him. Wait till I show you later the picture of him. I'm like, and no offense, but I was like, what? I'm sober. What was I
was
thinking?
bald from all the pills. I had no hair.
Great.
I can't believe it grew back by not being on pills anymore. And she gives me these vitamins. But I checked into the Sunset Marquee to check out. I was so upset with myself that I relapsed again. And this time I was going to go for it. I was so stressed about everything that I bought enough drugs to not want to wake up. And I even I was given my bungalow that we shared with Lindsay Lohan. I requested the one at the top. And I was letting this dreadlock guy with his family just order whatever they wanted in there. I had a $10,000 bill for staying there for 5 days, but I bought enough drugs and I was like, God, if I wake up, fuck you. But if I do, you better deliver me the hottest eye candy I've ever seen with 8 cup tits and a tan fucking pit bull. So when I wake up, I'm like, shit, I'm alive. I go out to the pool area, I order a Bloody Mary, and I'm just sitting there, and I overhear somebody, listen, I'm 44, and I'm a Sicilian and Irish born in Jersey. And I just turn around. I'm like, who the fuck is that hotto? And then she was like, I'm a stretch coach and a runway model. I was like, stretch coach. That's exactly what me. Once we hit it off, she told me, I really like you. Can you go walk my dog with me? I'm like, what kind of dog? She's like, tan pit bull. I'm like, thank you, God. That was fast.
Wow. Well, it really went where I said, I know that a lot of girls, no offense to any LA hustling women, but this specific party, they went to dinner for money, basically. So when I started realizing the crowd that was there, it was time for me to exit. So when we were just hanging out, I'm like, look, I really have a lot of rent and jobs and all those things. So he did call the next day and I'm like, listen, I don't want to sound anything, but you're a hot mess. Like you for some reason. You can come over to Koreatown, but you cannot do whatever you're doing. Because I could tell he'd been awake or whatever. Yeah. So because I mean, we'll get to know me. I'm not an angel. So he calls the next day. He's like, do you want to go get pizza at the Rainbow Room? And I said, the Rainbow Room has pizza? Because every time I've been there, I was partying myself or drinking. So we met for pizza that day. And a little love note that I really don't know who he is still to this day. I'm learning about Bam Margera every day. So when we were at the pool party, I knew of Jackass, but I didn't know about the skateboarding and I didn't know how intense his fame really was. So when we went that day, he was outside still on extracurricular activities and he was digging through his car and I'm like, oh gosh. Okay. And I'm walking up and there's fans everywhere around his car. Wow. And I was just, oh gosh. Wow, he's super famous. And then when we're hanging out, I'm like, okay, and he's super high. No offense. We're in the Rainbow Room. The guy's bringing stuff to the table. I'm starting to analyze the situation. I'm like, you're a bad boy. And
but it's what I like about her is that there is no having a drink here and there on it's your birthday. Let's have a little bit of a drink. No, it's just, I don't do drugs and I do not like alcohol. And if it's even near you, then goodbye forever. You cannot fuck up.
Yeah.
Everyone knows he's had a couple messes up. He just got out of jail.
I think it's safe to say that since we met, I have put down any drug, any pill whatsoever, and I feel so great about it that now I don't have to rely on, cocaine for energy. Sure. I can have a ginger shot and be like, yay, let's go run up a hill. When before I'm like, I need 19 of these things to even, you got to understand.
For sure.
So, just her all or nothing, that I can't. And the last time that I did,
You went to jail.
Yeah, the
you
only
can tell
time,
the world. They
the
know.
only time we have been not together was I had to drive from Detroit to West Virginia to do this podcast, and she had to rescue.
I rescue dogs.
A dog in White Plains, New York. She's like, "Can you? I have to rescue this today, or they're gonna put it to sleep." I'm like, "Okay, you go do that, and I'll do the car ride alone." She's like, "Do you think you can handle it?" I'm like, "I've gone a year without alcohol. I don't see why I can't." As soon as I get lost and frustrated in Pittsburgh, I look across the street and I see a Twisted Tea, and then I go buy it only to call her up and admit that I just relapsed. And I'm like, "You need to fly here and save me. I'll wait right here." I waited with the car running at a post office in the middle of nowhere, and a cop pulls up behind me and says, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm lost." Da, 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 da. He's like, "Is that an open container?" I'm like, "It is." DUI, but I was planning on staying there and not moving the car. And I admitted.
Which we haven't been charged with anything yet. But
the moral of my story is this.
Okay.
Because I broke my parole officer by opening up the container and getting a DUI, he said to come in and we'll talk about this when I got back to Philadelphia, only to handcuff me and put me instantly in jail for 8 days, not even telling her. She's like, "Where is he?" And they didn't even let her know that we went to the courthouse and I'm not coming out. So when I get there, the whole place is like heckle me, not in a way that they wanted to kick my ass, more of a way like, "Yo, it's Ben from Jackass. Yo, let me get Johnny Knoxville's number. Yo, what it was like being in a P. Diddy boy. What was it like fucking Jessica Simpson?" All this shit. They're like, "You don't belong here.
They asked about
you
his
belong in
Diddy party."
solitary." They put me in solitary confinement for 8 days with just me, myself, and I.
Yeah, oof,
and
it's rough.
if you want anybody to stop whatever bad habit they have, whether it's heroin or alcohol or whatever, tell them if you touch that again, you're doing 8 days in the hole, and I guarantee everybody would triple think their decision and stay sober or whatever it is.
You got to give them the whole. They've got to do the whole one time though.
Dude, even a day, they probably
whole-
wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
No way.
The whole side.
You can go
I
literally
did too.
mentally insane.
I did,
Yeah,
I did 2
and
weeks because I did
2 weeks.
2
Yeah.
weeks
In the hole?
in the hole. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
It's miserable.
So
on
we've
the
all
fourth
been there.
day, on the fourth day of getting plastic green beans and a rubber plate with like mystery meat, it was my birthday. So the guard is like mopping up and he just slips this
birthday.
thing under the door. I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" And I run over. I'm like, "It's one of those English Withers caramel English
Oh my
tofu
God,
things."
yeah.
I was like, "Oh, it's the fucking best. This is the best."
He, like,
Damn, what was the
bragged
highlight
about
of your
it.
day on your 45th birthday when you're in jail? A Withers tofu caramel. It was the best.
I bet.
Let me
Have a
ask you
little
a
sugar.
question. When
jail.
they put you on the pills and they made you put in a contract, you got to stay on all these pills. What are they diagnosing you with to justify these pills?
That's exactly what that's what I want to know. I've been to so many treatment centers, especially in Florida. It's just a body snatching
Bipolar.
insurance
Isn't
thing.
everybody
There's a really
bipolar?
good one here called
Everybody's
Wavelength in Huntington Beach.
They,
and
closed down.
RCA is really good in Philadelphia. But when I was doing the Florida shuffle of 13 different treatment centers, they would ship me to another place just because my 88, I had to do 90 days when you're 5150. That's just the rules.
Yep.
So I'm 88th day. I'm like, I'm getting out in 2 days. And the interventionalist, Steve Timmer, would come in and be like, "You've been rocking those same pants for like 3 days now." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not trying to get any pussy in here. I don't care. That's bad hygiene. You're doing another 90 days in Ocala." So now I have to go do that. Then I flick a cigarette out in a bush in the 88th day. And then he films it smoking like any cigarette would. He said I could have lit the whole national forest on fire. So I had to do another 90 days. But each time I check in, a doctor who's the best of the best would say, "Who put you on this cocktail down in Deerfield Beach? This is insane. This is almost like a death cocktail." And I'm like, "They said that they were the best of the best." "No, I'm putting you on this, and this." Then I would take that. Then they would ship me to Tampa at board prep, and they'd be like, "What cocktail did they put you on over there?" I'm like, "Well, they said that the cocktail on prior to that in Deerfield Beach was a death cocktail." He's like, "This is a death cocktail." Then I get shipped to fucking Tequesta at Futures, and they're like, "What cocktail did they put you on?" I'm like, Are you all just fucking idiots? You know what? Maybe I don't need any medicine. Maybe I'm not bipolar. Maybe I'm not schizophrenic. When I went to the mental institution, they declared me as schizophrenic, and now I know why. Because when you're sitting there trying to marry your own sneaker and you're yelling at the trash can for no reason, and I'm sitting there saying that Billy Idol cut off the roof of my purple Lamborghini and then I shipped it to North Korea because Kim Jong-il wanted to look at it, I sound like a fucking nut.
That sounds
crazy.
insane.
Yeah, so they're like, this guy thinks he has a purple Lamborghini? Nope. He thinks he's best friends with Billy out? Nope. He thinks you've shipped it to Pyongyang, North Korea. Yeah, I did. It's called the Gumball Rally. We shipped a bunch of Lamborghinis and Ferraris there because Kim Jong-il likes sports cars and he wanted to see it at the airport. Fuck you. It's true.
can't.
Look it up on the interweb.
But you do sound a little crazy.
Well, here's the problem, though. You can't get a true diagnosis on somebody until they have a year sober, to be honest.
I
with you.
agree.
You can't. It takes,
beautiful.
like, we really fuck up our brains, and you've been fucking partying
Yeah.
a long ass time,
Yeah.
dude. A long time.
Yeah.
I mean, 18 months is what it's going to take just for the brain to really come back functioning, and it
love
could
that.
be 2-3 years.
For you.
Yeah.
But
I get it.
But to slap a diagnosis,
Yes.
you could put temporary diagnoses on
Yeah.
somebody, but to
You
slap,
can't know what I am in 20 minutes. And
No
guess
way.
what? If you think that what I was going through was major mood swings, because it's basically like this. What if I told you right now and we're diagnosing you that you just hit the lotto for 1 million? You'd be like, yeah, I hit the lotto for 1 million. And then I tell you in 2 seconds later, oh, and your grandmom just died. You'd be like, fucking hell, my grandma just died. Like, you're all over the place. You were happy 1 second. Now you're all miserable. Well, yeah, because you're telling me good and bad news.
and for
course
me
I'm all
that
over the
doesn't
place, you
really
know?
sound like bipolar, anyways, because, like, I mean, okay, yeah, rapid mood swings.
Yeah.
You know, rapid mood. I don't know.
But
I
then you're
can't
also
stand
not-
these doctors.
but
though.
you're not-
We're not that great at some of this stuff, and our doctors are owned by the pharmaceutical
Yep.
company.
Right.
We all know.
And the 20 minutes of you knowing me, I'm all of a sudden now on bupropion, propanolol, Latuda, Risperdal, metformin, Seroquel, Trazodone.
Risperidol is horrible.
Yeah, well, I was on 18 different things, Zyprexa and Depakote. He said, are you depressed in any way? I'm like, well, if I am, it's because I'm 250 pounds and I feel top heavy and I can't balance on a skateboard like how I used to. He's like, So then I'm taking these pills, eating salads and treatment, and I'm like, why am I gaining weight? I looked it up. Zyprexa, #1 weight gain pill. Motherfucker. Depakote, #2 weight gaining pill. I'm like, why would you give me...
Yeah.
weight gaining medication? Well, because it's an antidepressant. Well, if I keep getting fatter, I'm going to be more depressed. You fucking hot air buffoon.
They
We're
just need-
big peptide people over here, and like doing the real like, you know, health, getting ourselves healthy with good food.
Yep.
You want to heal your brain?
Yes.
Yeah.
Start healing the gut.
Yep.
I mean, everybody's RFK is talking about it.
Yeah.
You know, we got to heal the gut. We gotta start listening to better stuff.
I could tell you this. Philadelphia, she took me to a vegan restaurant called Monster Vegan, and they had a Philadelphia cheesesteak of not real meat.
How
And I
was it?
I couldn't tell the difference
Oh,
between
really?
Pat's and Geno's. I'm like, I could eat here every day. So now I could pretty much say that as long as there's a vegan restaurant near me, I could definitely go vegan. But
How about this
we're on the
morning?
road so much in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah.
like Arkansas, you're not going to be finding any plant-based drive-thrus.
Well, this morning I came out of Jersey Mike's and he was at the plant-based place. So if that tells you anything.
Wow.
The Big Zack. It's like a Big Mac, but it's vegan.
I mean, like,
the Big
Love the
Zack.
Big Zack.
I'm coming out of Jersey Mike's. You're coming out of plant-based this morning. I'm like, we're definitely changing.
But I also think like going into treatment and every individual is very different. So having like you yourself coming into treatment and seeing a doctor is what you've walked through is not a normal patient's life, because you have to think like not only are you on this like high from Jackass was such a huge show and it came out like out of nowhere, and then it just hit and it was running and gunning and you guys were killing it, from like a financial to the fame to the notoriety to everybody knew who Jackass was, which then everybody knew who you were.
Yeah.
And then what people don't understand is that's going to mess with your psyche too if you're not ready for it, because you're so young. And being a man, our brains aren't even developed until we're like 25, 26 years old to begin with. And so you guys are hitting fame and money all at such an early age, and you're not prepped for it, right? So then you have that to deal with, and then all of a sudden that goes away. And then what? So now it's like your identity is then like, wait, what am I doing? What am I doing with my life?
Getting
But
loaded.
then you're
Getting
going.
loaded.
Getting loaded.
But,
At one
so
point,
you're juggling a lot that
I was
not normal.
so like recognizable that anywhere I would go, everybody would always say, "Bam, dude, you're the man. Like, let me buy you a drink or
Sure.
whatever. Yo, you want to do a
Yep.
bump in the bathroom?" And
Yep.
and I felt like that I didn't need to do anything neat anymore
Yep.
because I everywhere I go, they tell me I'm the man.
Yep.
So I don't need to. I don't need to kickflip those 20 stairs anymore.
Yeah,
I don't need to do it. This, and then suddenly one day it just hit me hard, and I was just like, dude, I think the entire summer I just spent in Westchester, where it's a college town.
Yeah.
Sitting out front of Iron Hill Brewery, cracking jokes and getting drunk all day. When last year I'm filming Jackass, I'm doing $1 million right guard commercial, and then getting to shoot all this stuff. And I look back, I'm like, last summer I was everywhere doing everything, and I spent this summer sipping on a bill
back in your hometown, right?
It's
going
really
places.
A high to a low on another level that is very difficult to even comprehend, which is then why you're going to pick up and use even times a million to get out of your own head. But like, does addiction run in your family or?
Well, it's really strange because my dad has never pretty much drank in his life.
Wow.
But all my dad's brothers are complete heroin addict, crack addicts, pill addicts, all the above.
Who's the PCP uncle? Is that on
That's
your
my
dad's
Uncle
side?
Kevin. He mows my lawn.
Yeah. Well, he also painted the
anybody who has to mow
brown and
14
blue.
acres, and then when this side is done being mowed, the other side is high on grass again. So he's constantly mowing. I'd probably be on PCP.
You have
too.
to see the color,
But,
or painted over.
Yeah, so I can't really say. I mean, my dad said that the only time he ever drank a beer, he got gout really bad in the feet.
Yep.
So he says it's a blessing in disguise because he's looking at all of his brothers. I mean, most of them died from drug overdoses, especially now that fentanyl in Philadelphia is the worst it's ever been.
Yeah.
And
So yeah, you have it somewhere down
for sure.
there.
It's definitely
in the
gene.
bloodline.
Yeah.
Man.
yeah, but I mean, I know now that I every time I'd fool myself, I'd be like,
Of course.
you know what? We're at a Ruth Chris Steakhouse, and one glass of wine goes so well with the steak that I just no. I know that one will be another, and if it's not that day, I might prove to you that day that it's one. But I know tomorrow it's going to be two, and I know the next day it's going to be 2 bottles, and then the next day I'm looking for booger sugar.
Yeah.
Strippers.
You know what?
Yeah.
Strippers. They were there too at the party with his credit card.
Of course, yeah. That's
They
Got
racked
the
up
credit card.
That's it.
The
That's
stripper
a given.
stole my credit card and racked up $20,000 in a nightclub. How do you
damn.
do that? I feel like if you go in and say, I don't know him, or anybody, but pay for their drinks and pay for all their
Very
VIP
easy.
car. Like,
Still ain't 20 grand.
how do you
Bottle
rack up 20
service.
grand in
Bottle
one night?
service.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
know, the bottles are like $4,000.
Yeah.
In certain places.
How's your relationship with your parents and your family now?
Right now,
How much time do you have currently with your sobriety?
well, right now, I went a year as soon as we met her. Hands down a year, and then I relapsed by myself in
Alcohol's
Pittsburgh
his
on that
devil.
road trip, and then did 8 days in jail, followed by a month of treatment at RCA in Philadelphia, and then from there, I was at that point. I'm like, I am done. I'm never doing jail, solitary confinement ever again. I don't want to be in any more treatment centers. I've been in 20. I spent my whole pretty much 30s doing this or whatever it was, and I just can't take it anymore. And Steve-O would always tell me, dude, stay sober and you'll see really neat things happen. And when I was sober, nothing neat was happening because I was obligated by court to do AA meetings all day, go do neurofeedback for $800 a week, and then therapists, doctors. My whole day consists of sobriety and doctors and treatment, and nothing neat was happening. Now that I'm not obligated to do that and I'm skating again, I'm stretching again, I'm saying hi to old friends, we're working on new music together and we're working on new show ideas. And now I get it. Now I'm like, yeah, neat things are happening. I got my passion back to skateboard. And once I have skateboarding back, it all, if you love what you do, then everybody will come back and want to work with you again. But just because I'm sober and going to meetings and seeing therapists is not, I'm not making any paychecks. I'm not getting any money.
Right.
It's just.
Well, he's also off probation, so he's doing well for being off probation. Before he had to report, pee, all that stuff. So he's a free man now. I'm like, he could do whatever he wants. So he's doing
all
really
from
well.
a bear trap death threat charge. Oh my God. So my mom and dad,
They're doing good. They bought us a 2-seater bike out there. So if April's listening, I will get on it one day.
yeah, when all that went down, I just had to really just step back and let some time go by. I'm not mad at anybody, but I just feel like I just need to take time away from that because, my my mom only wanted the best for me to get treatment and stuff like that. But for me to hop the wall at Life Skills and use her as a lifeline to come and save me, only to say, I promise and I swear to God that I don't know anything about, I'll meet you at the hotel and we'll talk about it. She knew all along that the cops were coming. She knew all along they were going to put me in a mental institution again as I begged and begged to tell me the truth. Do you know that Life Skills knows I'm here? Bam, I don't know anything. As soon as I got arrested, BJ Investigates, who does a podcast, bought all my body cam footage, whether 911 calls made of me or me making them. She bought it all just because she wanted to get to the bottom of it. And there my mom is with my Aunt Missy, all in on it.
Camera.
Like, did you get him, please? Say, yeah. Did you get my phone call? Did you get? They're all in on it. And then I once I saw that, which was a year later, I'm like, how could you? Well, bam, we just wanted the best for you, but you fucking lied to me. And then she showed up at court when I was with the bear trap death threat charge, and she sat on the other side of the courtroom. And at that moment, I was like, I am done. And she's like, but bam, I didn't know where to sit. You sit behind the person that you're defending.
Well, can I lighten it up that I had no idea what was going on and I was at court in pink lingerie and black pants? It was great. We did a red eye. I thought I had no idea he was actually in trouble. And the judge said that he was staying in Pennsylvania. So that's when I had to fly to LA, drive back and get him out of rehab. And that's how this love story was created.
So when we met in Sunset Marquee, I was like, hey, will you fly to Philadelphia with me? Because I have court. It's no big deal. We'll put the dogs in a kennel for 3 days. I just went in head first. I'll park the Bentley in the LAX airport. We'll be back in 3 days. They sentenced me that I can't leave the state of Pennsylvania for like 5 months. I'm like, but Your Honor, I live in Los Angeles now. My car's at the airport. Our dogs are in there. And I have, he's like, well, it ain't my problem. Yeah, it's my problem. And it's a huge one. And plus, I just let my brother live at my house for free and signed a lease thing. So now I'm stuck in Pennsylvania, like floating around the greater Philadelphia area, staying at fucking Best Westerns and shit.
Oh, man. Bullshit. What a journey. But I went and got you out, so here we are.
America loves the drama, right? Yeah. They love the drama, but you know what people love more than the drama? Fucking Bam's comeback story.
Yeah,
this is like the beginning, and you know what? It's nice to have you. It's nice to have you in his life because this is gonna be your time.
Yeah, and I could I could prove that I am officially the one that has been to such hell on earth and been to fucking hell and back that anybody can recover, whether it's a dry rotted rubber band of a legs or just so much alcohol abuse or just dealing with so much drama. Like I had a guardian ad litem, just like Britney Spears.
Yeah.
And don't know where she came from. My baby mama hired her, and I found out later that because I won the lawsuit of proving that we're not even married because we never signed anything, we had a fake ass wedding in Iceland and it was proved. So she signed to have me a guardian ad litem. Now that I proved that we're never even married, she never could have done that, and I never would have had to done the Florida Shuffle. But anyway,
Florida Shuffle.
Her name is Lima Jamarakovich, and she has 6 different names she had to change, probably for reasons of this. I've never had a seizure in my entire life until I met her. I went into 5 different seizures at 20 minutes apiece, to the point where the shaman was so scared, he took me to the hospital, and on my 5th seizure, I couldn't breathe on my own. I woke up 8 days later with a tube down my throat on life support with fucking COVID and pneumonia, and I just got done seeing her. And she paid me to do an interview.
Tell them about that.
I put some shit in my tea, but she killed a person named Amanda Rabb with her fucking medicine, and she faked the autopsy and said that it wasn't from what she did. Knock, knock. Who's there? The FBI. Let's go.
Yeah.
Lima Jamarakovich. She probably changed her name by now.
Well,
she goes up to all these treatment centers and gives this fucking bullshit. Bam, just so you know, you have to do a saying that you weren't in the Florida Shuffle because that doesn't even exist. I'm like, it does exist because I just did it. It's 13 different treatment centers back to back because I got 5150'd and I have to do 90 days, but you guys keep finding reasons on the 88th day to keep me here. and I can't leave. I'm stuck in this body snatching Florida shuffle because of you, Lima.
Do you guys remember when all that was? Because I happened to work.
I actually did the speech
for-
saying, "Oh, I don't know what the Florida shuffle is." Now I'm like, you made me say that.
I worked for this guy, Joe McBratney. I don't even know if he's out there still. Don't really care. But he was a part of that whole Florida thing when they were taking the insurance. And this is about 7 years ago. So I worked for him as an assistant. And it was right when I was stretching, and I had a personal assistant job for him. But I started noticing the girls were coming in sober and then high and sober. And I'm an ex-bartender, so I can talk to the girls. And started talking to me like a big sister, and I started like digging real deep, and I started going through their journal and started to dig a little bit in his office. And he was one of the bad guys. Like, so when he's talking about that, he
was getting
like
all the
sleeping
girls
with all of
pregnant
them,
and getting them all
basically.
abortions because he was married to this Russian girl. He didn't want
Yeah,
them
it
to
was really
find out.
sick.
But as soon as their insurance would be up, or their 5150 or whatever reason they're there would be up, he would let them go out
To go to his friends.
to hopefully
You
party
know,
with your friends,
you
so
know.
I could find another reason to keep you here.
Good old
and your
Florida.
insurance. Now there's a lot of good.
the old body broker.
Yeah, the body
huh?
snatching. Yeah,
There's
Yeah,
a
he was
lot of
big
good
part
treatment
that.
centers out there. When you genuinely want to help the person and it's not about insurance, then yes, treatment centers are phenomenal. And
So when
you
we
know,
met, I like believed him because we hadn't gotten that far yet. Like, he didn't know that I'd worked for someone already, and I didn't know I'd worked for someone that was crooked. And it all started to come out because, of course, one day I showed up and didn't have a job, kind of thing, and he still owed me a check, and then threatened me at one point. I was in a relationship at the time, and it was kind of, you know, he was like threatening me, some Staten Island guy in West Palm. But when he was telling me the Florida shuffle, I'm like, I believe you because I understand. I know what I read. I mean, I remember the girls that were. So long story longer, that's kind of where when he says that, that's what he's talking about because they did keep him for all those times. I mean, sneaking over the wall isn't obviously allowed.
I mean, I
but-
feel like to keep somebody for another 90 days would be doing something bonkers,
Yeah,
like
if they were really-
losing your mind and smearing poop on the wall or whatever. But to flick a cigarette out in a bush and it's just smoking because that's what cigarettes do. It
Well, you
wasn't
know the
even
bad
on
one.
fire. You can't say that I almost lit the whole national forest on fire and have to do another 90 days. It's just bullshit.
How's your relationship with Steve-O? Because I did hear him say something about you recently, like on an Instagram reel. Nothing bad. He was just like, I haven't talked to him in a while.
It's just that I love him, but it's just that there's nothing I feel like I can do without him giving me some kind of sobriety speech. So, yo, Bam, how you been? I've been doing great, dude. I just got married to a sober stretch coach. It doesn't get better than that, and I'm skating my ass off. You doing meetings? I actually haven't been doing meetings because I've been like doing Comic-Cons. I've been traveling nonstop, and I haven't even had a nanosecond to even take a piss sometimes. Got to do meetings, dude. You know, like... Well,
That's his
you know what? I don't
journey,
need to
though.
hear this. I'm doing what I'm doing. I love doing it. And all that I know is that I'm not drinking and I'm not doing drugs. Skateboarding's my medication. And if I pass an AA meeting and it's convenient for me to go, I would love to go. But I don't need to get like ridiculed from it.
I think he feels like they're just on different lengths with his sobriety. So I don't know. I like that he rescues pigs.
Time will tell what happens
time will
with
tell.
you know, even with your relationships with those guys.
Yeah.
You know, time will tell.
And
Well-
there's a lot of history there. There's
Yeah.
You
a
guys
lot
got
of
a
stuff
lot of years
that you guys went through, that good, bad, and different.
Time is the only answer. But I mean, there's two people that I could never forgive. It's Jeff Tremaine and Johnny Knoxville. I just can't. I was basically walking dead. I was dead. I was a zombie. You could say, hey, Bam, Angelina Jolie's over there naked and she wants to hum. Oh, that's neat. Hey, your cat just died. Oh, it did? Awesome. You know, like I was gone, and it was all because I was forced to do all this stuff. When they were filming Jackass 4, they're all at the Roosevelt. They all have hotel rooms. They're all partying. I'm 3 blocks down at some shithole with a Paramount guy hired to make sure I don't leave the room so I don't go drink. How much fun's that? And then I get on set, and they give me a breathalyzer and give me a piss test, and they're like, piss this thing and blow this thing. All right, you're lucky that you're sober now. Go
Basically not
be
fun
funny.
anymore.
It wasn't fun
You know,
anymore.
Not fun anymore.
I will never do that again. You could offer me $100 million, and the answer will always be the same: no.
It had its course.
So
And thank you for that course. We love it.
it was a great course.
Yeah.
It was
Good times.
I
I'm
mean,
catching up. Where was I? Paying bills, I
see,
guess.
I'm of the age of where, Viva La Bam, all that
on the
MTV.
TV.
Yeah, I'm that. I'm 51. That shit was like all over my TV.
Well, I
so
just turned
God,
4 or
totally.
5. I don't remember all of it.
You
on
turned
the
4 or
TV.
5?
I just did.
Nice.
4 or 5. Yeah, I don't.
But I think that like we've done it all, man. I sat
did
back
it
and
all.
I'm like, the only thing left for me to do is fucking stick a hot poker on my ass and rip my dick off. We've done it
Please
all.
don't.
But I mean, like, it's starting to get really repetitive. Like, I know last week I did a backflip into elephant poop with, but now I'm gonna have ice skates on with a wig and do a backflip into diarrhea poop with pee in it. Now it's just like,
at this age now though, it seems a lot more dangerous.
Dangerous and
well,
odd.
yeah, because
Yeah.
you're not a little kid and bouncing
Well,
around like a
no.
rubber band.
Well, it goes back to the Nikki Sixx story.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
him at 20,
50.
Yeah.
you guys doing it is like, oh, that's cool. But then now at our age, it's like, hey, man, like, time to grow up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, I feel like where it's come to, because even you talking about it, it's like,
Yeah.
it's not fun for you anymore.
And it's not
Like,
cool anymore for a
right.
45-year-old to be walking around drunk at high
Right.
noon.
Punching his dad.
But I mean,
right,
like,
right.
you know.
My daily, when I was 20, my day would be jumping down 16 stairs over and over again for 3 hours. And like, I would just learn how to fall. It was a little rubber band. If
Yeah.
I even jumped down 16 stairs now, I wouldn't be surprised if my ankle was broken. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you just gotta, and plus, in CKY 1, which I sold 1 million copies of through word of mouth when I was 16 years old, it was Jackass before Jackass. That's what they used my video CKY to create the pilot of Jackass. So in that, I'm 15 years old. I pull up to a Wendy's drive-thru and ask for a large Coke, only to say fire in the hole and throw it right back at the lady and drive off. Now, because I'm 15 and I'm a punk ass and I'm an adolescent punk, it's funny.
Yeah.
If I did that at the age of 45, they would be, Bam, what do you do? You belong in a mental institute.
Well, he'd end up
I mean,
on
I'll
court
be honest.
TV.
You're 45,
Yeah.
man. I'm like, yeah, no.
I'm gonna be honest, man.
Court TV
If you
all
did
day.
that today, I'd be fucking.
We would laugh.
Me and Shane might go with you.
Yeah.
And fucking film that
No.
shit. Why not?
No.
Huh? I'm
No.
50. Shane's 57.
Oh, I am not.
Look it up.
37. Fuck this guy.
Donna would
What the hell is going on?
We're calling out age.
Holy shit.
Huh?
Oh,
You gotta call out age.
No.
Man. Like we ain't young bucks, but we can still have a fucking
yeah,
good
we can
time.
party.
You'd
Well,
be surprised.
No, I would call the cops on you fools.
Yeah.
Being like,
So would somebody
Yeah,
else.
like, what the fuck? No. Like a 15-year-old, it's like, oh, poor kid. But like some like in your 50s, no, sit the fuck down.
Yeah, you're
Like
funny.
not cute.
We'll miss the person. We'll just throw it in fire in the hole.
And then you catch an assault
Yes.
charge.
For sure.
You have to see the people
Especially
that come
now.
to line at the Comic Cons and Horror Cons, and they're like, "Yo, you think
Horror-cons.
You think Bam will kick me in the balls?" I'm like, $100. Yeah, like what am I doing? We're
crazy.
still doing.
And I don't hold
That's
back.
crazy.
If,
He
if you want to
kicks
get smacked in the
himself.
face or kicked in the nuts, I'm not going to be like, no, I'm going to let you have it.
They film it. They love
Yeah.
it. They're still
Bring a
They
fucking
love it.
glove.
They
Yeah.
love
And
it.
just
They
like-
do. They
Yeah,
bring.
Let me turn around and you just
Crazy.
fucking whack me.
People wait in line
They do
to
for
get
the-
rockied, slapped in the face, or kicked in the nuts. I mean, most
That's
of the time
fucked
it's
up.
So
autograph
crazy.
a
That's
picture.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Adults.
But,
Adults.
Yeah.
But yeah, what if when I was 16 and I kicked the door open when my dad was taking his shit on the toilet and I beat him up? That was the most entertaining thing. And when Jackass, it was the first
Yeah.
season of the first episode. If I did that at 45 and he's 70,
Yeah.
whatever,
Jail.
I belong in jail or
Yeah.
both a mental institute.
Yeah.
I'd be
Yeah.
like, what are you doing?
That was off
What are
the
you-"
hook, though.
Yeah.
That was off the hook.
But it makes sense when you're 16.
Yeah, yeah,
So it's
yeah,
really hard
yeah.
to determine what's funny anymore.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Especially-
things that are funny,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of
Well,
things
what
that
would
just
be
would
funny
not work.
is you and Johnny Knoxville in a boxing ring.
Yep.
Too much of a puss.
Like
Bare knuckle fighting.
Bare knuckle fighting.
They've
Take your
offered.
fucking mittens off because I don't have time for that.
I mean,
Get your ass kicked. You're gonna wind up in an ambulance, or you have to sign this
if you
death
can
waiver.
get Jake
because
Paul
you
to
might-
promote it,
They said something the one day because even McGregor said something.
now all of a sudden fucking
Conor McGregor owns part
said
of
something
bare
about
knuckle
it.
boxing. I went to Hollywood, Florida to see it. I loved
We
it.
had so much fun.
You draw blood instantly.
Yeah, for
And,
sure.
and me, I fight like a hockey fighter. I took Taekwondo. I was a black belt and everything, but I'm not going to wait to block your punch. I'm going to kick your fucking ass.
Splatter zone.
or I mean, how about even you think he'll go for just the slap thing? You know that
Slap him.
He just, Knoxville, answer my question. Will you get into a
Knoxville,
fucking
can
ring
you
with me
please
or
just
not?
answer him? I hear about
And
it
if
every
you don't,
day.
that's fine. But just say yes or no. Yes, you will. Great, let's go.
We're gonna
no,
clip-
you're a puss.
We're gonna clip this one into a reel. You got to put it on your
love
page.
it.
It'll get to Knoxville.
Yeah. He can't answer. How's he so busy that he can't answer a question? Yeah, I'll do it. No, I won't. It's that simple.
Why is there so much bad blood between you guys because of the movie?
Tax
Because of
on the
what
feet.
I had to do with their death waiver of a contract. I was gone mentally, physically, spiritually, everything. I was dead. And it was all because of them. And knowing that if
castrated.
I stop doing this, then I'm not going to get the $5 million that I usually get. And all that money that I spent on treatment and $800 in neurofeedback and $800 to Heather Hayes for my medication and $800 and then just to be like, oh, you broke your contract. Well, fuck, get into a ring with me. I'm going to knock you to the fucking moon.
That attitude.
Huh?
I don't love that attitude.
You don't?
No.
I have to, I'm so
That's where he gets
frustrated with
worked
just
up.
everything that
Yeah,
happened.
you're
to me,
hurt.
With
Yeah,
the
he's hurt.
guardian ad
He's hurt
litem,
for
and then
sure.
Yeah.
getting abandoned by Phoenix. I don't even know where Phoenix lives. My son, my own son. Don't know why I'm not allowed to know, but I mean, like I had to get out of treatment, wonder where I'm going to go, what I'm going to do, and who I'm going to meet. And hopefully I needed somebody like her to say, we can't sip on a drink on a special occasion. I don't care if it's your birthday. I don't care if it's Christmas. You're not drinking anymore. And I don't want to. But I needed that because
Because that house you were in was not good.
and I didn't even tell you
In the
this
hills.
because nothing did happen.
Oh,
but it
here we
could've.
go.
So when I met Lamar Odom, I was staying at this treatment center and it was nice, but I just felt like I had to get. It was summertime. I felt like I was missing out on things.
Sure.
So I got my purple Bentley and I drove to LA. I really wanted to see my son, and I couldn't find out where he lives. So I parked near this bridge and I see this dude go down to this tent and I'm like, I know that there's meth down there. So I went down there and I bought some and I met this fucking like 21-year-old black homeless chick and I was talking to her and I went.
Do you have a child out there we don't know about?
No, listen. No, nothing happened. But
just
I
kidding.
said, I'm going to buy you some clothes at Ross's Dress for Less, and then I'm going to check in this hotel. You could get a shower. And when she got the shower and I came back from getting whatever I had to go, she was gone. But if she would have stayed, who knows? We would have done meth together till we died. We probably would have. I would have wind up with HIV with fucking a homeless person. I don't know. But thank God she left. And that was my lowest point. I'm like, today I just went under a bridge in Los Angeles to get mega drugs, to get into a hotel room with a homeless 21-year-old girl and potentially probably going to do something if luckily she all she wanted was the shower and her new clothes. She was gone. But if she would have stayed, who knows? And I'm
You're
like,
lucky you met her, man. You're
that
lucky
was
you
the
met
worst
her.
moment I've ever had. And I was
Yeah.
like,
He's got a lot he's going through.
Yeah.
You got a lot he's going through. He's in pain.
lot.
He's in
Yeah.
pain.
Yep.
He's been hurt. He's been betrayed.
Because I'm in Burbank.
Yeah.
And my son lives within the mile
100%.
radius, and I don't know where it is.
This is what I'm
What
saying.
am I going to do?
Nothing, bro.
Go hang out at the mall?
No.
Go to
It's
the
bullshit.
skate. I don't even want to go to the skate park. I
Yeah.
want to see my son.
It's a
And I'm
lot.
sitting here in a
It's a
hotel
lot.
room trying to figure out where he lives. And then I say, hey, Nikki, I just bought you a brand new car. All I have to do is tell you where I need it delivered. So she tells me to meet her at a park in Burbank at 12 o'clock. I waited there with the Dern brothers. They're professional skateboarders. They followed me up from Oceanside, and we sat there till 5 or 6 waiting because, oh, it's not my fault I was running late. Like, all I'm trying to do is give you a vehicle.
So, let me ask you a question. Let's jump over to the 12-step program. You don't love the 12-step program?
I do love it.
You do love it?
Yeah.
He needs some guidance with it. I am an open book. He is somebody who loves it when he's there and doesn't like it when he's not there. So
our days are insane.
there's no
like,
excuse. I'll go with you.
today, like tomorrow, it could be like I have to go get a skate trick for Thrasher magazine, then hop on a flight because she has to stretch Hulk Hogan, and then I have to go see Billy Idol at a whatever. It's really all over the place. And
This is where I disagree.
And to go to, all right, let's go to a meeting after this.
I'm
Hot
in.
shot.
Okay. Don't scare me.
I mean,
Threaten me with a good
I'll
time.
tell you right now, every time you guys are back in town, I'll go to a meeting with you. You know why?
Please.
Because I'll match you with your busyness for, especially when
Her
I was on the
busyness.
road with WWE.
There you go.
Because I had a sponsor.
There you
and
go.
I would
I love
say
you.
the
And I'll
same.
take you to the gym, bro.
love you.
I
I'll
would
take
say-
you to the gym. She'll take you to a meeting.
I'll
You're gonna
stretch you
fucking.
both.
I
There
would
we
say
go.
that- I
I'm
would say
in.
the
I need
same
it.
thing that
I need
you
it bad.
say,
I'll do it
What do
tonight.
I-
because
Yes.
I never wanted to go
What
to a
can I
meeting
get
because I'm
to
just
get?
like, oh God, like I've never loved them. I tried to get sober at 23, then I relapsed, whatever, and then now I have 11 and a half years. But
Love you.
I would say the same shit because I'm in a different state, a different city. I have to do a Comic-Con, or I have to do an appearance at a hospital, or I have to go do
Filming
something
your
with
show.
the
Could you make
military.
time being on the road with WWE?
I had to.
It
It was like
it was
my
there was
sponsor was
gonna
like,
cry.
first priority.
or my life is going. I'm just gonna fuck up everything, which
Right.
I'm really good at doing. I'll run shit into the ground.
I've seen me do it.
Ditto.
So,
I'll show me.
Me too.
so you keeping that.
You're
story,
pretty good at it, bro.
Yeah, you are. You
I
are,
know.
man.
Your shit ends
Make
up
a
on
promise
TMZ
to my
every
hot,
time.
my hot friend.
But you telling the story about you going under a bridge.
Yeah.
That has to stay in the front of your brain.
Yeah.
Because that's where you will go.
Yep.
If you do not do it.
That's where you'll live.
I mean,
Like-
what have you?
Yep.
People end up under bridges.
Yeah, he was under a bridge. And I'm going to go ahead and say the X Games when our
I actually couldn't believe that I was doing it
Yeah,
at the time. I
for
was
sure.
like, I'm under a fucking.
Has-
I have a purple Bentley
yeah.
up there.
Totally parked.
And I
waiting
was
for
just
me.
at Lamar Odom's mansion, and now I'm down here getting ready to get this shit.
But I love that because that just
and
shows
fuck a
the
homeless
depth of the
person.
Yeah.
disease.
What am I
Like, it
doing?
does not matter.
it doesn't matter.
That's the
At all.
disease.
It doesn't
though.
matter.
We do have a disease.
Yeah.
This is a fucked up disease
is.
that we have, man.
Yeah.
And like, and I got addicted to crystal meth when I was 13.
Yeah.
And my shit went
13. My sister did it
bananas.
at 14.
and then I got sober when my daughter was born and stayed sober for 9
for
years. I relapsed. I opened a treatment center, and then I relapsed as a treatment center owner. I went
Wow.
from having nothing to all of a sudden having success,
Yeah.
and I got loaded in money,
Yeah.
and then I picked up meth and again. And my fucking I go
Yeah.
into meth-induced psychosis.
I actually thought that I was like, when I first tried it, a biker friend of mine, he always shakes my hand and he would give me like a little bag of Coke back when I would do it, whatever. But this time I was like, yo, that stung my nose. He's like, oh yeah, because it was speed. Once he said that, I got hooked on it and to the point where I did not know ever how I was going to not be on it anymore.
Yeah.
Anytime I got slightly tired, I knew that you could be dead tired. You could be so tired and do just a little bit and be up for another day.
Yeah.
Woo,
Oh, yeah.
Let's go at it. And that's so not good for you.
No,
Like,
I had to stay up for 13,
Yeah.
14 days.
Whoa.
Be working fucking
Oh, you-
deep cover CIA mission.
Yeah.
I always got to do this. Where's my camera? CIA mission.
I would hear voices through static
Oh, fuck yeah.
or ceiling fans.
the ceiling
I would
fans,
hear voices.
the
or new songs that never came out before.
Oh yeah, that's the good shit right there.
Is this, hold on.
See?
Is this a new Billy Idol song that has never been released? I actually wrote down the lyrics once of what I heard
I mean, it's good shit.
of a
you know,
song that never existed.
I'm down to go to these meetings.
I
with
would
you
love
guys
that.
when
Yeah.
you're-
Make a.
when
I
you're
mean,
in
I
town.
love
No, for
you
sure.
when you are.
What kind of meetings? Because I like to go to the ghetto,
The ghetto.
Narcotics Anonymous
Yeah.
meetings. Because we'll walk in and they'll just be like, yeah, it's cool that they're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is fucking, this is a real recovery meeting.
Yeah.
Just straight
They
like
don't care about his game. That's
gangsters.
No.
I mean, they
Everyone
will a
likes
little bit.
Yeah.
Everybody
Or yours,
does,
of
but
course.
yeah.
They
everybody-
usually don't though. Like it's like if you got to find, obviously there's so many, and like we live in California especially, there's a meeting every freaking like 30 minutes. That's like the
yeah.
beauty thing. Everywhere else it's not nearly the same, the amount of them. They're like 24/7
Yep.
literally. But once you find the recovery meeting, because there's some that are not so recovery based.
If you don't mind me,
Nothing wrong with the ass grabbers meet. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean
The
to say
ass
that.
grabbers, I'll be there.
If you don't mind me asking, when you were doing the whole wrestling thing,
Yeah.
what was your drug of choice? Or-
Cocaine was my anything speed. Like I'm doing it all day so I can stay up. Like,
Right.
I like anything that keeps me like
Yeah.
And apparently she's a real alcoholic too. Like the
I
kind
am
that
too.
fucking gets
Well, alcohol
blacked
will
out.
start it.
Alcohol
so like
starts
I'll
it.
just say, oh,
And then the narcotics will sober you
boom.
up. So you're like,
Yep.
oh,
Exactly.
you think I'm too drunk? Well, I'll fix that.
yep. And then I'll go
Little
with the
snooty
thing like,
snap.
oh, I can have wine. I can have wine with my steak. But
Yeah.
then what happens is the alcohol will lead me to the drugs, no matter what.
Yep.
I
Like,
never
I
got it because I would
Yep.
have friends in the Westchester area that would go out to the bar like on massive amounts of Xanax or whatever and just fall asleep in their beer. I'm like, what? Why would you want to take a whole bunch of Xanax to go out and fall asleep in your beer? Like, I get it, taking an upper to go chit chat and crack
totally.
jokes at the
Yeah.
pub, but to fall asleep in your beer and make a you know what? They're probably so blacked out that they don't even know that they did that, and that's
No,
why
they don't.
continue.
Yeah, they
it
don't.
actually took me to watch me on film
That's the worst.
drunk to realize how bad I actually was.
Oh, that's terrible.
Because
Yep.
I was filming with this guy Andy McCoy from a band called Hanoi Rocks from Finland. They were actually what made Guns N' Roses they're from the 80s. But I was hanging out with him, and I woke up the next day like, me and Andy McCoy got gold last night. I can't wait to edit this. And I'm downloading the
Yeah.
footage to edit it, only to find out that I'm like repeating myself over and over. I'm not even listening to what anybody else has to say. I'm cutting people off, and it was just completely unusable footage. And I'm thinking the night before that I just got gold.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, I act like that when I'm out. Oh my God. Thank God I had to watch myself, because if I never would have
Sure.
watched my own self on film to see for myself, because you could have told me, dude, you were repeating yourself last night. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
no,
no,
it was
totally.
bad, dude. I'm like, yeah. No, like you repeated the same story like 7 times. Yeah. No, if you
Yeah.
actually watched me say the same thing 7 times, I'd be like, I gotta stop, man. Wow.
It's crazy to me though, like how available alcohol really is. Like the more, I mean, I was a bartender, so being a sober bartender is not easy.
Sure.
But we're in the car a lot. I mean, everyone knows I like cannabis, so I am a huge supporter of that. But you don't see that on the billboards. You see the next bubbly like iced tea and vodka like all over the road. So I always feel for the people that might, no offense, hate their wives, husbands, their life, right? And then they're driving home from their job they don't love. And then there's all these billboards that are everywhere
Yeah.
for
Well,
alcohol.
not only that,
everywhere.
2
It's
beers is a
crazy to me.
DUI. They sell it at the gas station. So
So
if you buy a
hypocritical.
beer at a gas station, you obviously drove there to get it. And if it's a single, all ice cold, and not like a, if you buy a single, you're cracking it open as soon as you get in the fucking car.
I know.
Duh.
It's just amazing to me how it's so available.
You're gonna
Well, and-
sell it at
you
a
know.
gas station,
Yeah.
and then you're
Cold.
gonna give a DUI of 2 beers.
In Florida, they're on ice for you. Like when
yeah,
you open the Wawa now, like they're in those tubs, like it would be an apple, and they're just all cold 40s.
Well, we always say
You
it all
know.
the time, like how much in the Hollywood and TV and film, alcohol is really glamorized. Like
course.
you see like the beautiful women, and
Even
they're having
fashion
their-
shows.
For
Are you
sure.
kidding me? Like when we first met, I was like, I've
Champagne.
modeled my whole life. They gave me my first glass of champagne when I was 14 years old, literally. And we're like, go,
Yeah,
walk, do your thing, you
totally.
know?
I never looked like one of those classy broads when I was
No, me neither. Are you
So
kidding?
it's like
No, nobody actually does.
no.
it's
Like
about
hot
really,
mess.
really, people don't. I mean, you guys didn't go to dinner with us the other night, but like these were like sober executives, and it was just like disgusting.
Yeah.
We went to this big dinner at Mastro's Ocean Club, and I'm sitting there, and it's like the guy that drove me there, him and his girlfriend, 10 drinks deep.
I'm sure.
An
His
hour
lawyer
and a half.
picked us up hammered once.
And I was
in
like-
Florida. I was like, oh my God. He's
Well, I took an Uber home
Yeah.
because I was like, fuck
This
that. I'm
isn't
not
good.
getting in the car with this fool.
totally.
smart.
Agreed.
These were like executives that like run different areas of treatment, like maybe the insurance billing
Yeah.
component, where they don't need to be sober. You know, they're just trying to make money off of sober people. But
Well, Palm Beach, it's rosé all day. Like if you're not at the rosé
I
by
think
noon.
a lot of people do this, especially what I did. I actually didn't start drinking until I was like 22, because all I wanted to do was be a professional skateboarder, and I knew that would affect that. So all through school, I never even got invited to the stupid parties, but I wouldn't even drink if I wanted to, and I wouldn't even go. But anyway, when I first started to drink, it was to celebrate. Like, yo, you won the contest. Let's drink. Woo. But then it turned into drinking to forget or drinking to cure the hair of the dog.
Yeah, bro.
Like, dude, waking up feeling like shit from alcohol, knowing that if you crack open a beer, you're going to feel better. And then if you have another one, you're going to feel even better. And then if you have another one, you're going to feel even great. And then you're blacked out and you have to do it all over again. It's such a terrible, terrible cycle.
It's a hamster wheel.
Exactly.
And I've let it kick
Beyond.
my ass for fucking
Way too long.
It
Way
kicked your
too-
ass, bro.
Yeah.
It kicked your ass.
Have y'all looked
I
at
wake
debt?
up now so refreshed
Good
at
for
6
you.
in the morning.
Good for you.
Ready to gym it up or whatever it up.
Good for you.
When before I would wake up at like noon or even later, and then I would be so like sick I would probably lay in bed till 4 only to get ready to go out to go do it all over again at 7.
But what about like the wine and
bomb.
spirits? Like I see how spiritual you are and stuff. Like it's like literally when you go in depth of the wine, it opens up.
Yeah.
The reason why I stopped. I went to jail. Like it took me 7 years to even talk about the fact that I
Threw
went
spaghetti
to jail.
all over.
I threw spaghetti all over the cop. I'm naked. I'm yelling. My eyebrows disappeared. I have no idea what happened
And the
that
judge
day.
just goes, "You did what?
I know.
Just stop
Oh
drinking.
no! I
Court
was in jail
adjourned."
for 3
And she
days.
did.
I had a nice set of cornrows.
Yeah.
You know, the outfit was cute. You don't tell the house mom. She was like, "Are you a model? Show me that walk." Well, the answer was okay. So by the end of the weekend, I was teaching everyone how to walk in jail. It was a good time, but not anything I ever wanted to go back to, you know? So when I broke up with alcohol, it was because that person was demonic. I mean, when I look at the mugshot, I'm like, who the fuck is that? So I relate to him when it comes to, you know,
Well,
the
and-
hurt and all that.
For sure.
that's
And if you
in there.
if you remove if you just look at the fact that you have one available substance, and this isn't drugs, this is alcohol that's readily available that anybody can consume. It is the one thing that if you stop immediately, if you're an alcoholic, you can die. And then number 2 is you can consume so much that you physically and mentally have no idea what you are even verbally saying to somebody else or doing, and then you will wake up somewhere and then you get told like what you did. That is insane. That means your brain is literally shutting off
down.
and your body is continuing to move.
Yep. Yeah.
That's
You're
nuts.
possessed.
Totally.
Yeah. So the wine and spirits is creepy.
It's a
know.
poison.
Yeah,
I mean
it's
it's
definitely a
it's
poison.
literally poison to
Yes,
your body,
I
to your
agree.
brain.
Yep.
So I woke up at Castle Bam one time, and a friend, I'm walking down the stairs, and a friend who stayed over was like, "Well, it looks like you had a good time last night." I'm like, "Yeah, I had a good time at Iron Hill." He's like, "Iron Hill. Then you peed all over the counter at Kildare's. Then you got banned from the pita pit at life because and then your friend Buddy Bill stuck up for you and he beat up the guy. Now he's in jail. We have to go bail him out." I'm like, all that fucking I thought we just had a couple drinks at Iron Hill. He's like, "No." I'm like, oh my God, dude, to black out
Isn't that
is
crazy?
Or look
and-
at
and-
court
and
TV.
It was a casual thing for me
Totally.
to do that.
Yeah,
I don't think I've never blacked out. but-
Same. Never.
Yeah, never.
Never.
I was
blacked
pretty
out.
good at
I
it in
was me too.
2013.
I was very good.
I
at
was
it.
too. Don't
Were you drinking
obviously
during
jail.
like Viva La Bam during those filming and stuff?
Not in the beginning, and then towards the 4th and 5th season, I remember one time Troy Miller, the producer, he woke me up, and I was so tired that I didn't want to film, and I have a crew of 40 people that show up at 9 a.m. every day, and then I was like, fine, I'll film, and I got up and I cracked open a Budweiser, and I remember he was like, "I think you're starting to get an issue with this, and maybe you need to seek help." And I'm like, "Shut up! I'm 23 years old. I can handle it, you know."
Yep.
Which
The day drinking.
eventually just spiraled to like the worst you could possibly get without. The only thing I've never done was heroin. I never shot any kind of needle in my body. I just never would do that, and I never would do acid. But somebody slipped a synthetic acid in my drink in Australia. I lost my fucking mind. I was running down the street naked saying I'm going to die tonight in Adelaide, Australia. And I really thought I was. I found a gallon
did that
jug of
one
water.
get
I drank the whole
video?
thing.
I don't know.
That would be a good
You
one.
know?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, this was at like 4 a.m. and I was the only one out in the streets. And I think by then I was rescued by a friend to try to calm me down. And after I drank a gallon of water, and I must have been so dehydrated. Oh man.
I guess that you're always told, like,
'Cause
have a glass of wine and relax.
Yeah, man. dude,
Right?
like,
Well, that's the problem with
like, go to bed and relax.
America today. It's like we need to
Jeez.
put something in our body to make us enhance our mood, whether it's to relax. Oh, I had a stressful day at
yes,
work.
yes.
Stressful day.
How about go to the gym? How about do
Right.
some yoga?
Yeah.
How about meditate?
Walk a dog.
Go on
Read
a
a book.
walk.
Yes, go to the shelter.
My problem was social anxiety. For a while, I didn't know how to go out
Yeah.
to even a business dinner without sipping on a drink to feel comfortable, because I would have to do something with my hands, or I would just have to be like, I had to have a drink in my hand in order to communicate and feel okay with that. It took well over a year of treatment to even feel okay with going out, like, because everything is like, hey, you want to go out bowling? Yeah, I'll go sip on a beer and bowl with you. Hey, you want to shoot some pool? Yeah, I'll sip on a beer and play pool with you. When it was, hey, do you want to shoot pool and not have a beer? Why would I want to do that? Like, it just didn't make sense to me.
But he does now, and it's still so much fun, right? Like, it's
More
still
fun now.
Like,
Yeah.
we go bowling all the time.
Bowling is fun.
Yeah.
Because
bowling-
I'm
we have
in the
fun.
hands of good company.
We have a good
Yeah.
time.
I had no reason to get sober. Who am I going to get sober for? You, Lima? Fucking murderer? No.
I mean,
who? You? No.
I'll talk to a
You-
wall, so
you-
it helps me. I'm like, hey,
I
you
will
want to go
definitely
bowling?
get sober for you.
when
me.
the two of you are just by yourselves and you're chilling in the house,
It's just like this.
who talks more?
It depends on the convo.
Does she?
I will
Unless
talk
she's
to
stretching,
myself.
if we're stretching, she stretches me in the nude. I really like it.
Oh yeah.
Or
Tell us a little about that,
or this purple
baby.
lingerie.
Hang on.
Now you're right-
Let's
now
go.
You're right.
Now you're talking my language.
right
Or
down
the
Shane's
purple
alley.
lingerie. If
Right down my alley. Who's
People
wearing the lingerie? Her or you?
Listen, be careful. Be careful with this one.
Who's wearing the
He's an
lingerie? I
odd
need to
bird.
know.
He's an odd one. You got to watch.
No, I like
He
it.
likes
This
my
is-
Oh, that's
makeup.
fine.
This is Shane, man.
That's
This is
okay.
Goes around
fine.
the
You
room
just
like
woke
a
him-
goddamn rag down.
Yeah.
You just
That's
woke
nice.
Shane the fuck up.
Yeah.
He always
Nice.
says that boy
I want to
stuff
tell you
is
something.
boring.
I want to tell you something. She's good because you got to listen to her, man. Because you're still a little bit of a mess.
He is.
You know what I'm saying? You're a good mess though, and you have a lot of talent, God-given talent, bro. And people look up to you and they respect you and they love you and they gravitate towards you. But you gotta take advice and you gotta stick with her and stick with good fucking people. Get a few good friends, do a few workout. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
This guy's back to limit.
Yeah,
for you,
bro.
man.
Look at you.
You know, I'm one of these people that like I really believe in perseverance and second chances.
Yeah.
You know, I
Third
felt-
chances, fourth chances. Who cares?
I felt hard, man.
Fuck.
Dude, my last relapse ended in a high-speed chase in a Lamborghini.
Wow.
With the Orange County Sheriff's Department. In a 3-week period, I racked up 19 charges.
Oh boy.
Was out on a $650,000 bail. I mean, it was.
You look pretty innocent for that story.
Yeah. It was-
Wow. 19 charges.
I'm like, not when he's high as a kite.
five counts
Wow.
of assault on a police officer.
That's not a good day.
They actually beat the shit out of me and then charged me with assault.
I've seen that.
Were you
all
topless?
the time. I watch Dateline every night.
I was topless when I got arrested.
That's fucking awesome.
That's fucking awesome.
That is fucking awesome.
I mean, I think one time I got arrested. I went to the Orange County Loop in my boxers.
I answered the door.
But
like,
I had
why are you here?
I had been shot by a taser gun.
Yeah.
They had shot me with the taser gun. Had to take me to the hospital, cut my pants and my shirt off, and all they left me was my boxers.
right.
Oh man.
And I bet
was-
you were refrigerating because
It was
fucking
it
cold
was,
in the
it was
loop.
pretty
Yeah.
fucked,
so
yeah.
cold.
So cold.
So cold.
So I mean, and then to go full circle, look, I had gained some success in my life prior to my relapse. I have far surpassed it now. I've been sober again for 7.5 years.
Yay.
You know, this podcast is and fentanyl, dude. Fentanyl. You know, it brings me to this
Scary.
podcast, man, because we only do this, right? This podcast because on 9/11 of 2022, my 21-year-old daughter found the love of her life, my son-in-law, dead from fentanyl.
Yeah.
And we call it fentanyl poisoning. And it's like God put it on my heart. He was like, hey, dude, I want you to be the voice for the people that have lost their lives and offer hope to these families
Yep.
and the people that are still struggling. You've got that same ability. You can offer hope.
Like, dude, my friend Navarone is
Sorry about your loss.
Priscilla Presley's son.
Yeah.
Navarone, he's a really good friend of mine. He said that if I even did a matchstick of size of fentanyl and I never did it before, he's like, you'd probably
gone.
die.
Oh, for sure.
Gone.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like
Like, you
it's
can't
like
even play
it's
anymore.
like it's a grain of salt. So if you take a salt
Yeah.
shaker, put it out, one grain will kill us because we're not opiate.
I
addicts.
almost think that like drug dealers that sell things laced in fentanyl without telling the
They should be
person
charged with
attempted murder for
Well, that's
sure.
kind
Murder.
of happening these days.
It's
They still
crazy.
haven't arrested the guy that sold my son-in-law.
My
the pill.
aunt just died from it. I know. Same thing.
Yeah.
You know?
It's no
Just
no
very
joke.
sad.
And I mean, I just want to sit here and us three. I mean, we're always fucking rooting for you, dude.
Yay.
You know what I'm
Me
saying?
too.
Yeah.
You got 4 of us rooting.
And like you have so like I'm so happy for you guys. Like I'm so happy that you haven't given up because that's really what it comes. Like you hear all the cliche bullshit in meetings of like keep coming back,
Yeah.
all this stuff. It's like because you're right. You said it at the
hard.
very beginning of this podcast. If anybody that walks into treatment is doing it for their
Any-
parents
yeah.
or for the court or for whatever reason, hopefully they get a little glimmer of something in there. But ultimately, it comes down to each individual wanting to do it and tired of being like at that
Breaking
very
point.
low point in their life where they feel like either I'm going to kill myself.
It was time. I had to be saved
Yes.
right then and there.
for
Like
sure.
I never pray, and I did. I said
Totally.
at
prayed me
Sunset
right off
Marquette,
that bed.
I said, God, kill me. I want to
I mean,
overdose. I don't want to do this anymore unless.
Yes.
And if I don't overdose and I wake up, you better, in the quickest way, deliver me the person. I don't know.
I don't know
she
why.
saved my life.
I did end up
If
going
I didn't
today.
meet her, I don't know where I'd be. All that I know is that I miss my son so much that I don't want to go skating. I don't want to go doing this. I don't want to go doing that but now that we have fun together and we do all these fun things together, now I can relax and know that I'm going to see my son soon. But if I didn't have this, it would be, and I'd probably get some kind of charge of harassment and then I'd be back in jail or whatever it is. And,
Well, before they even,
and-
I don't think they know. I wasn't even going to go to that party that day because it was one of those days that
Sure.
I had in the morning. And
Yeah.
I was just like, why did I drive back to LA? God, please tell me why I'm here. The strike just hit, all this rent. My car's probably not going to make it back. I was in a really tough place myself. People don't really understand that. It wasn't just, I've saved Bam. I could have gone down a bad LA road, of course,
Sure.
And my mom said, you didn't go to LA to stay in bed. And I remember like, these girls are not really nice. I don't know if I should go. And she just kept saying like, what is stopping you? Like, you've never been like, you don't care what people think. Just go to the party. So there was something that day that was like, you should go to the party. I remember looking at the dogs and I was like, oh, I'm going to go,
Yeah.
And then the minute I got there, within like an hour, we became friends. And
Well, I
almost
can
didn't
say this.
go.
I bought her this purple dress and we were walking down right near that
Abbey,
restaurant
the
store,
Abbey.
the Abbey.
Yeah.
And we're holding hands. I guess paparazzi
Vanderpump
got
Rules.
photos of us from
Yeah.
far away, but the next day it was like right in Us Weekly magazine. Her ex from Florida, who was a pitcher of
I
a
call him
baseball
dead dick
team.
bag.
Yeah, pro baseball team. He said, I'm
asshole.
driving to LA to kill the both of you. And I believe that he's crazy enough on the stories that I heard that he would.
Yeah.
He died of a fentanyl overdose on the way.
Oh my
wow.
God.
But if he would have made it, who knows?
And the girl
She
that
wasn't
was his
just as much
ex,
of a
give her a little prop. She's the one that gave me a little heads up, like, hey, Austin's back on the streets, so you need to be careful. And I said, thank you. And then within 2 weeks, I'd driven to Los Angeles.
Wow.
So God has his ways,
Sure.
So I definitely believe, I'm happy we met. Some of the people in the world think it was a motive. There's no motive. You don't know who you're going to love. And he's
Who
very
cares?
easy
Who
to
cares?
love.
Who
People are
gives a
gonna have-
fuck either
It doesn't
way?
matter. People are
Yeah.
going to have opinions
Yeah.
bad or indifferent. And
Yep.
ultimately, are they paying your bills? Are
No.
they living
Yeah,
with
what
you
does
guys?
it matter?
Who
As long
cares?
as you're good to him,
We are
if
great.
there's motive or not, who really
Yeah.
cares at that point?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
if
you
you're
know-
good, you're good.
and
No
and
motive.
I,
It doesn't matter.
And I've been dealing with this my whole life.
Yeah, man.
And now there's especially interweb muscles and trolls. Dude, I thought it was funny because we were on the road and she had to stop at a Burger King to pee. But there was a big sign that said, give us your $1 million idea, win a free Whopper. So I'm filming that, and she comes out. I'm like, babe, do you see this? You give them your $1 million idea so they can clock all this money off your idea, and you get a free Whopper out of the deal. The whole conversation of the trolls was, I thought she's a vegetarian. What's she doing in Burger King? She had a hamburger with cheese. No, they have Impossible Whoppers. No, she had a hamburger with cheese.
Poor Burger King.
She's like ready to type to defend
That's
herself,
hilarious.
saying that all she did was take a pee at a service plaza. I'm like, babe, if that's what they're going to do all day, let them think you had a hamburger with cheese.
Well, the hottie across the hall from you gets it, so she
it's
gets
like
the
2
trolls.
weeks worth
She
of this.
she gets some
Oh,
shit, man.
I know. I watched her. I know.
Controversy of Dannii going into Burger King when
Yeah.
they thought she was vegan. Well, there is an Impossible Whopper, but she didn't want that. She just wanted to pee. Nope, she had a hamburger with cheese, and I knew it.
So do you still read stuff?
No, I actually, I want to make you laugh about that because my queen here definitely knows more than I do. No, I learned when I responded to the asshole and called him a fat fuck, and he put it on Reddit. I was like, I probably shouldn't DM back, so I don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
But I did have a good day when I was like, you fat piece of blah. You know, I had one moment,
Sure.
and now I don't.
Here's
I
the
don't
best.
do that
So
anymore.
Phoenix was 3. I'm at the playground, and I have a photo of me like holding his butt up the slide, and we're all smiling. And everybody's like, "Oh, so great, you playing with your son." I'm like, there has to be a troll somewhere down on this thing. Not only is this incest, it's pedophilia because he's 3 years old. He's holding his butt. And I'm like, oh my god, like. I think that they
I wonder
know
what these people look
I know.
like.
I do
in
too.
I
real
got,
life.
ban- I, got, I
really
got a photo
do.
ban on Facebook, on Instagram, because my kid was topless.
Yeah, your little girl.
My little girl was topless. She was 4 or 5 years old. We took a picture in topless. We were both doing the thing,
Yeah.
and face and Instagram
Yeah.
sent me a message.
Yeah.
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 There's a lot of
Pornography, they
things they
called
should
it, or
be
something. I'm
focusing
like,
on
what the fuck?
besides
Oh,
that.
She's like, bro, I'm Canadian.
Yeah.
Fucking Canadian, dude. We do that shit.
Yeah, we're topless.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, no, we stay away from that.
And then I'm sitting at a dinner in New York, and I'm like, you know what? This is pretty surreal. We're having dinner with Tommy Chong from Cheech and Chong, Molly Ringwald, and John Cusack. This is pretty epic. So I shoot a photo, and I'm like, everyone's like, that's crazy. That's awesome. I'm like, there's got to be a troll. How irrelevant. Like, so irrelevant. Irrelevant means how pointless.
Yeah.
How pointless? No, I'm standing in front of a room
totally.
of idols. Of
Yeah.
Yeah.
Molly fucking John Cusack.
Yeah,
from-
Tommy
totally.
Chong.
Like,
Tommy Chong's
and you
the
want to
man,
say
dude.
how irrelevant?
Bro.
What's irrelevant is
I've
your
lived
entire
life.
life.
No.
You're like, whoever wrote that, what's irrelevant is, let me see your post. Oh, having a barbecue with my neighbor. Who cares?
Yeah, the internet.
You're irrelevant.
The love-hate with the internet.
Me having
Yeah.
dinner with John Cusack is irrelevant. You're irrelevant.
So you literally scroll sometimes.
He
just to
likes
find,
it. Don't
just
let
to
him
find
lie to
something.
you. He
Well, the
likes
beauty of me
controversy.
is that when the stripper
reads
stole
it.
my phone, I had to get a new one, and I've been to Apple so many times trying to figure out how to get my Instagram.
You don't
So
need it.
I can't check it. My friend, his name is Shit Goose. He handles it from Philadelphia. So the only time I get to read comments is if I borrow yours. and
He'll
check
look
it
at
out.
my phone.
My
I
phone
catch
hasn't
him.
had it for
Yeah,
over a
yeah,
year
yeah.
now.
I catch him every now
I
and
kind
then.
of prefer it that way.
But
Yeah.
he like, he
Sure.
likes controversy.
Yeah.
He digs
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
He's like, let him call you a transvestite. I'm like, well, cheers to the transvestites. Love you guys.
Hey, but here's proof
Yeah.
that God's real.
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
fucking
totally.
pray.
I
did.
love it.
And I never have before.
Yeah.
He did.
I actually was like, I was just under a bridge with a
Mm-hmm.
fucking homeless chick that I took back to a hotel room to get a shower and buy her clothes. Don't know if I was so messed up,
Mm-hmm.
I might have fucked her if she would have still been in there. But I knew it was my lowest point ever. And now I'm sitting with this giant crystal meth rock and I'm in the Sunset Marquee. I'm like, the time is now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to deal with any of this anymore. I'm not in Jackass 4. I got a fucking ongoing, never-ending lawsuit about my kid. My brother just sued me by the thanks of letting him stay at my house. I get the thanks of having to get Donald Trump's lawyer.
Earth angels, you know.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Earth
I
angels.
want to die tonight, and if I don't, if I wake up, fuck you. But you better deliver me the fucking one to save me. And it's not gonna be I need a fucking dime piece.
And then I
need
became like
cupcakes.
the Inspector Gadget. So then I'm like, well, I'm not going to sleep with him the first couple. Okay, I got to tell him because I know we have to probably wrap up soon. But he had these girls that liked him.
We're actually in no rush.
Oh, we're not? Oh, well, I'm sleeping over, so good.
Okay, good.
But the girls, they were being sweet. And then, not everybody's cut from the same cloth.
Sure.
But And I don't judge what people do for
Yeah.
money. I really don't. I'm just a bartender,
Yeah.
really. I'm not going to go, I'm not that hungry because my rent's $4K. So it's a lot of dinner.
Yeah.
But when we started hanging out that day, the girls then turned on me, as they do, and started blowing. I had like 18 missed calls, and she was like, I introduced you to Bam. He fucked my friend yesterday. And I got so annoyed. I went, well, I'm going to fuck him tonight. So have a good day. Click block. And I've never spoken to those girls again. But I should say thank you, because if they weren't mean to me, I wouldn't have probably given you my number. So thanks, bitches.
That's fucking awesome.
I didn't sleep with them that night, though. It was the next night.
I am gonna say though, you are looking a lot better
getting
than
better.
Yeah.
things are coming around, huh?
You guys need
Yeah.
to shred him, and she needs to get me my 5 pounds back.
She goes for it at the gym, and I just follow her lead.
Yeah.
I'm just a little too skinny right now.
And then the hiking when I'm with the shaman, and then skating every day.
Yeah.
Dude, you try.
How do you see them skating?
You try a skate
Crazy.
trick 10 times, running back
Yeah.
upstairs and
Yeah.
jumping down it, running back and jumping down. By the 10th try, you're sweating balls. It's
Yeah.
gnarlier than
The
any Planet
pumping.
Fitness workout you could ever imagine.
The pumping in itself is
Yeah.
like, I mean, you should see me over there at the park. I'm like,
Did you say the pumping?
boogieing up.
When you pump
The
a mini
pumping.
ramp,
Sorry.
No, when
I'm on a different track.
pump a mini
I'm on a different track here. But yeah, I agree with you. Pumping is good exercise.
it's going back and forth on a skate ramp. But
All right, fair enough.
it doesn't look like
Drop the mic.
exercise, but if you've never done it and you
Oh,
did it for an
sure.
hour,
Yeah.
you would feel like you have
Everyone
such
I've
a
never been on a
Yeah.
rock
skateboard.
hard six
Yeah, never been on a
It-
skateboard.
it's like a total ab workout.
Good for you.
Pump up and down.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh, up and down.
Yeah.
Can you
They
wake?
jump.
Can you wakeboard?
I have before, but I only did it I figured it out the first time I did it.
It's not hard. Can snowboard?
Yeah, I can snowboard. Yeah, I like
It's a lot like snowboarding.
Yeah.
That's my jam.
Surfing,
Wakeboard.
I cannot figure it. I always
I
get
suck.
crushed by the wave,
Yeah,
or
I
I'm
suck.
too far out, and when I am there, I can't stand up in time. I'm just, I can't paddle quick enough or something.
I'll be on the bunny trails. I don't do any of those things. I've already had a broken ankle once. So
My
I don't wanna
wife
do that
hangs out
again.
in the lodge.
Yeah, with
you
the
know,
bunny suit on to
looking really
pretend.
cute and
That's me.
nice boots and all that shit.
I'll be with
You know what I
her.
thought you said?
What?
His boobs. I'm thinking, what the fuck, bro?
Those two.
Those? I mean, she.
Yeah,
Because
those
they're probably
two.
little, the
Yeah.
one piece, the
Yeah.
snowsuit done here.
I don't
Looking
fit
like a
in there.
snow bunny.
She does have nice boobs.
She does. Well, I don't know.
Actually, when we first met, we were at the Ziggy.
No boobs here. So
We were at the Ziggy Hotel. It's 3 a.m. It's pitch black, and she got
Love
up,
the
and
Ziggy.
she got up to pee or whatever, and I hear, "Kook, oh fuck, my champion foot." I'm like, huh? I turn on the light. I'm like, what's a champion foot? She's like, that's the foot I use when I'm on the runway, and I go like that. I'm like,
But I broke my toe. It like really broke
wow.
that time. And when you have, you guys get it.
Yeah.
Well, when you're newly dating, you're trying not to say dumb shit, but I really hurt myself. I literally brook it for real. Thank goodness the strike had hit and there was no work.
well, I was trying to make small talk on our first romantic dinner, and I'm like, so you have really
No.
nice teeth. How do you get your teeth the way? She's like, it's because I brushed my teeth with your dick. I'm like, I love you.
That's like, that was at the, okay. So that's at the dinner by day 4 when I became Inspector Gadget. And I'm like, this guy's around bad people. Like I can see the bad people. So I poured the White Claw out and put the club soda in.
You did?
Yeah. I don't drink.
Oh, I thought you were sabotaging me. And
No, me. So I could be cool. So they didn't think I was like a, cop or whatever. So they just kept doing their thing.
Sure,
I wanted to see who I could figure out because there were a lot of people in the house. So we'd hooked up already. He came to my Koreatown apartment. We go back to this place because he wasn't done with that life yet.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I'm going to go because we're kind of dating, I think. I'm going to see what's going on. So we were in this weird Hollywood Hills house. Weird. And doves were there flying around. It was really weird. It was like a live mushroom trip. And I started seeing his credit card, like in different credit cards. I'm like, bam. I'm like, oh, okay. And then the one day I look at the Thai food that's delivered, and these bitches were just ordering like $600 worth of Thai in the middle of the day. I'm like, man, when I was partying, I was eating like Subway. Like I wasn't ordering tom yum soup and octopus.
Right.
So he's just he's passed out and everyone's just ranking the card up. So I started taking cards and I'm like, y'all are fucking fucked up. He'd wake up all zombied out. I'm like on my fake drink, like, I'm gonna get this fucker out of here.
Yeah.
And within like a couple weeks, all of a sudden this like guy in a robe comes out of the middle of nowhere. Now I've been there like 2 weeks. And
Never
I'm like,
seen this guy before.
Where the fuck have you been?
Jesus.
He comes out, he's like in a robe, his hair's all fucked up, and he's like, you want to come try on my robe? I'm like, we're getting the fuck out of here.
Wow.
If you don't come with me, I'm leaving you here.
That's pretty cool. The guy showing up with a robe out of nowhere.
He was in the house the whole time.
Living in the closet.
He was
That'd
in
have been you, bro.
that would
another
have been
wing.
me. Completely
I'm
naked,
like,
coming
oh my
out
God.
of the
He could
room.
have killed us. Like,
Yeah,
I don't even know
totally.
where we were. I'm
Right?
like, Danielle, like you could have been like in a
Bunch of
trap house.
vultures.
So I ended up stealing. That's when we left.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy though? When
Props to the Ziggy though, because
Yeah.
they let us live there with those dogs. I love the Ziggy. Cooper and Emma are famous at the Ziggy Hotel. Okay.
when you're constantly
dogs.
in that environment
Yeah.
and it's basically like being at a crack house is
Yeah.
casual.
Yeah.
When somebody comes in here and just starts smoking crack, we would all be like, yo, what are you doing? You're out of your mind. Well, what? Like that's
It
what
was
they're used to.
crazy in there.
And to wake up and see people drinking already with lines
Yeah.
of coke on the table was pretty much
Normal,
like,
yeah.
normal.
well,
If
K's
that
the
was
thing
now,
out
I'd
here.
be
They
like,
were all
Yeah.
K'd out. It's K they
Yeah.
were on, like K holes, like standing there, like
Yeah.
like freeze and shit. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, we gotta go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you coming? And he came and we left, and it's been a great road ever since. But you know, it's not easy.
Still gonna continue to write, like what Chad was saying. Like people love a comeback story.
Yeah.
Like
Keep going.
and from where you started, and people being. I mean, I remember watching you. You guys just were this like phenom because we've never seen anything like it, and be so just outlandish and crazy and fun and all of the things, and then to see kind of the hurt, the pain,
Yeah.
the downfall,
Yeah.
the destruction on from multiple levels, from friendships to then family to all of the things that
And these are things that you've only seen on like Instagram or people capturing it from like a secret camera at a hotel.
Sure.
Like you haven't seen the footage that I have that I even thought was too gnarly to show.
so then to now where you are today,
Yeah.
it's like now's the time.
Yeah.
It is
And
the
like
time.
I'm really excited for you. I'm
Me
glad
too.
that you guys are here.
Yeah,
I'm glad
me
that you
too.
guys met, and I'm glad that you're on the journey that you
Well,
are.
I'm glad you read my DM. I was like,
Yes.
listen, hottie, I want to be your friend.
Yes. Well, and then
You know what's cool?
I was like,
though?
call
Because
me.
She texted us. We have a thread.
Yeah.
we have a thread, and she goes, Bam's wife just texted me.
Yeah, I love it.
Or DM'd me, and
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, cool!" And then, but you had got the Hopeaholics too.
Yeah.
So, and what's cool is that you got her first because I
was coming for you.
The
Yeah.
different part is that Shane and I we because this also produces leads and stuff for our treatment center.
Of course.
Yeah.
But
Help more
so
people.
we check everything, all the requested everything.
love
But
it.
so we go through everything every day. Shane's like probably got 50 messages he's about to go do
Yeah.
when
Every
we
day.
when we
yeah.
shut down. But I wanted to say I really want to say this to you because you don't have to do your recovery the same way Steve-O does his recovery or how
yours,
I do
mine.
mine.
I do
Like
mine.
everyone
Yeah.
is
or
different.
or Brandon does his, or any of those guys. I mean,
They say that, everybody has their triggers. I have one trigger and it's called boredom.
yeah,
Whenever I get bored
yeah.
or don't have somewhere that I'm obligated to be at. Like
Yeah.
that's why I love the structured schedule
Yeah.
that I never had in my life. If
I'll
I
make
didn't have
shit up
that
just
and
on
I
the
get
schedule
bored for a
for
split
him.
second,
You're gone.
I'm gone.
Yeah.
You know what, Bam?
I'm bored.
That's
Fine.
literally that is me too, because my
Yeah.
parents really love when like I'm the happiest when I'm the busiest.
Yes.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
because usually, I'm the problem.
You're the
So
problem.
like if I don't have things going on or have to be somewhere,
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be trouble.
Eventually, though,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you'll slowly start chipping away
Yep.
at the trauma, at all the
And the
junk,
pain.
and the
Yeah.
pain,
The
and,
people
and-
you're with.
and the
Yeah.
people. Because when the people you're with changes, a lot of things change. But if you start chipping away at all of those other stuff, that your perception and your reality changes, and you'll start to be okay. Like, okay, I need a little bit of
Yeah. I think time is
downtime.
the only thing that could cure certain things.
Yeah.
Time.
yeah.
sure.
You can't go sort it out right now. Like
No,
And it's okay if it
Yo,
doesn't
can we
go
talk
back
about
to
this?
what
No,
it was.
Time has to go by.
I mean I hope someday you're able to repair and mend
yeah.
at least
Say hi.
some of the relationships. I think Steve-O really adores you and loves you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The
I don't-
hardest is like you don't understand when the cops came to my house over the bear trap thing of letting my brother stay at my house. When I saw them coming, and they said, "You stop right there." I just had flashbacks of knowing that I'm going back to a mental institution for 2 weeks, and then I'm going to have to do 90 days of treatment again. I just know it. So he goes, "You better stay there and not move." And I'm like, I'm either going to run, I'm either going to stay. I'm either going to run. I ran so fucking fast. I was hopping barbed wire fences. My first barbed wire
he's
fence.
a sprinter.
Because I know that I can't take the roads because they'll find me. There's 8 police officers and 2 helicopters. And so I'm going through pricker bushes. I fell asleep in one for 3 hours just so I didn't move, so they didn't hear any rummaging until I woke up to a squirrel seeing if I'm alive. Then I drank the Brandywine River because I'm dying of thirst. And then once I hit a barbed wire fence and I knew that there was no way out, I was so scared hopping it with the bent 3 spikes.
Oh, yeah.
Thing. Once I figured out it on the 3rd try, I became a master, and I was on my 10th. So if you want me to hop a barbed wire fence, it's no problem for me anymore. But I hid in a box at a neighbor's house that I thought that nobody was
Who actually
there.
cut his hair recently and did the best job ever. Her name's
so-
Mary. Shout out to Mary.
So I made it fucking 11 miles over the river and through the woods to a fucking to Fairman Skate Shop. From there, I made it to my buddy Jeb's beach house in the Jersey Shore. And I wanted to do an experiment on the way. I was like, all right, I'm going to tell my mom I'm in North Carolina. I'm going to tell my Aunt Missy I'm in South Carolina. And I'm going to tell so-and-so I'm in Virginia and just see how far that goes. So my brother's on his little Tweety Bird rant, like, "Bam's so high on meth that he made it to North Carolina already. He must have been going 180 miles." I'm like, "Oh, Mom, so you told Jess that," like, "Bam, I swear I didn't tell anybody." Well, the only person I told I was in North Carolina is you, because I'm actually in New Jersey, and I was just fucking seeing who
There's
the liar
trust.
is.
Trust.
Yeah, I got a
Yes.
major trust issue.
Trust issue.
And we went to on Dr. Phil, my mom and I, about how she'll tell my friends at my house at Castle Bam, she'd be like, "Hey, Dickie, don't tell Bam, but what's going on over there?" Like, and he would be forced to either lie to her or lie to me. "Well, I won't tell Bam, but there's actually 3 girls by the pool. Looks like they're sipping on Corona. There's a guy smoking weed over there, and there's a couple dudes skating at the barn." You know, like, I'm like, "Mom, that's called manipulation. When you say don't tell Bam, but," it's manipulating my friends to force to lie to either you or me, and it puts them in a terrible position. So we went on Dr. Phil about it. I guess she got the hint, and because she stopped for a while. But as soon as all this bullshit happened, I made it to my pro skater friend Carrie Getz's house in New Jersey along the way, and I grabbed his phone to check out a photo or something. Bling, my mom. I'm like, "Oh, what does she have to say?" "Hey, Carrie, don't tell Bam, but is Bam over there?" I'm like, "You're already at it again. I'm at Carrie's house on his phone right now. You've learned nothing from Dr. Phil. Goodbye."
Hi, Dr. Phil.
That will help with not only time,
Yeah.
because and this is obviously me just being an outside perspective and looking at it from like a parent, is she just loves you and wants to know that you're okay and alive at that point. But
Alive.
obviously there's a lot of like
There's a
Alive.
There's
Yeah.
junk
that
in there.
eventually
There's junk
that
in there.
Yeah.
you'll sort, but I'm sure it was coming from a good place. But
Yeah.
But
at the end
again,
of the day,
it's always
But
time.
think about
Yeah.
how fucked up that sentence is. What if she left or what if I left and she's like, "Hey, don't tell Bam, but what was going on?" It's so messed up to say. Don't tell Bam. It's your husband. Of course, tell Bam. It's your mom. Mom, don't tell Bam. Don't tell. No, fucking. What do you mean? It's so manipulative.
Hey, you know what I just want to throw in, because I'm with him every day and I love him to death. Remember, Bam's like,
No, you actually should love me to life.
I love you to life, but
Mom always says, "Bam, we just love
well,
you to
I'm
death."
saying
Well, you're killing me,
will
Mom.
love you so much that you're dealing.
Fucking life.
He's like he's feeling all this again, like sober. So I keep
Right,
telling him
and
like
that's
his
the thing.
feelings are
Yes.
valid. Like you're allowed
And
to
that's-
feel this way.
Last time I talked
you
about
know.
all this
Yeah.
at once.
very true.
It is. It's
Well,
like
listen, last time I talked about all this at once was with Lehman. I went into a fucking seizure during the thing because
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
even
it's a
talking about
lot.
it and thinking about it.
But even when the Comic-Cons, you
Yeah.
do it, it's
Yeah.
overwhelming. I'm sitting,
It is.
I'm not famous, but my husband is, and like I feel him. I'm with him. I
Yeah.
see the fans. They stare at y'all like you're wax figures. I mean, I get the anxiety. So even when we're at these Comic-Cons, he's socially
Sure.
communicating, so it's
Yeah.
socially awkward, and he's used to being all
Yep.
bombed up. What's
Yep.
up, you know?
Yep.
So we're doing all this again, really sober.
And we're right next to Tommy Chong. She goes, "I gotta go meet him." Hey, hey, Tommy, my name's Danielle. He's like, "Yeah, you are." "Hi, I'm Danielle." "Yeah, you are."
Then we took this big group picture. Hi, Tommy, if you're ever out there. And he comes, he's like, I'm going right next to the trainer. He's all rubbing on my back. I'm like, okay.
Then Tom Arnold goes, man, look at you. You should have seen the shit I'm at. Man, there's some crazy shit that goes on.
The Comic-Cons are
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
So
Y'all have a funny
with,
crowd.
you know Linda Blair from The Exorcist?
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, she's older now, but she was signing next to me. She has this long ass line, and 30 people down is this fat guy eating a hot dog. She gets up. I'm like, what's she doing? She runs over there, grabs the hot dog, throws it on the ground, stomps on it. She goes, I'm vegan and nobody eats meat in my line. She goes back. I'm like, he's still in line. He still waited. He still waited 30 minutes to pay $100 to get her
Yep.
picture taken.
Yep.
She goes, on the count of 3, take the photo. 1, 2, 3. She covers her whole face with her hand. She goes, get out of here. I'm like, you know, they should blame the concession stand for serving hot dogs. It's not this guy's fault.
What if
And you
it's
know what? I'm going to
vegan?
go buy a vegan hot dog, wait in her line, and see what she does. You know, what if I'm eating a vegan hot dog? Nobody eats meat. It's actually a vegan hot dog that I brought from home. like, man, that's just so messed up.
Have you been to one of these Comic-Cons, you two? No? Okay. They're fun.
I-
It's interesting.
I want to go.
Well,
Yeah, so do I.
It's
wanna-
adults in diapers.
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
baby
I like-
bottles.
that's-
Yeah,
Yeah.
isn't there
Wow.
one in San Diego?
I've worn
That's the
diapers
biggest
before.
one.
That's the
That's
biggest one.
I want to go.
Yeah.
Are you going to be at the next one?
He will.
Okay, yeah.
This guy comes, who
we're
the fuck?
going.
Who the fuck are you supposed to be? What do you mean? Who am I supposed to be? I'm supposed to be Lex Luthor. He's all bummed that I don't know. I don't know.
It's
Supposed to be
funny.
Lex Luthor.
Hey,
They're
having a good time
really
tonight.
serious
They
at
are.
that shit, man. They don't fuck around. I know that one in San Diego
That's a
is
big one.
like
Yeah.
big. These fools. You've seen them?
I watched when I was in Canada.
so
I used to
funny.
watch them all the time. I dreamt of coming to California.
Well, you'll have to go
going
now.
to Comic-Con, going to that thing in the desert. What's that thing in the desert?
Coachella.
Burning Man.
Coachella or Burning Man.
I always wanted to check
I
out
always had dreams
Burning
living
Man,
in
yeah.
Canada doing this
Good
stuff.
of
Yeah,
that.
so I'm into all this. All of it.
Burning Man.
Oh,
I'll be
yeah.
like,
So Shane and I know how you feel because we go places all the time,
this one.
and she's famous.
oh,
Who?
she's hot.
Shut the fuck up, Shane.
Who? I was about to say you probably can't take her anywhere.
Oh yeah, we can take her everywhere.
I mean, no, it just depends on where we go.
I
but,
can't
like,
take him anywhere. Go to Walmart. Have fun, y'all. Okay,
That's what we're doing next.
let's
going
go.
to fucking Walmart.
Let's go.
You know what? Let's go fucking somewhere with
Listen,
these two.
I
these
would
two
love
fools
to go somewhere
and,
with these
and
two.
just like Costco right down the street right here. We'll vlog the whole thing.
How about Christmas tree shopping?
So I've heard a lot, but this was the ultimate best. I'm flying from Istanbul to Greece, and I'm sitting first class on a plane, and this like Middle Eastern fan who obviously recognized me from Jackass or whatever,
Yeah.
turban on and everything, points at me on the plane and goes, "Bum!" And I'm like, "Shut the fuck up, dude." He's like, "It's Bum. It's Bum Magetta. TV's Bum Magetta." And I'm like, "Shut the fuck up and stop saying bomb on the airplane and pointing at me." He's like, it's Bum Magetta. And so I'm like, the lady comes over to the steward. She's like, "Why is he pointing at you and saying bomb?" I'm like, because my name is Bam, but in his way, my name's Bam Margera. I'm from an MTV show called Jackass, and he recognized me from it. That's all it is. But in his way, Bam Margera is Bomb Magetta. So he's pointing at me saying it's bomb. That's all.
Yep. There was a guy that did it not too long. A couple
Like,
of
Jesus,
times.
tap dancing, fuck.
That's
Bro,
funny.
that shit is
Yeah.
I would be fucking laughing
Yeah, I
so
know.
hard
about
if I was
scary.
not if I were you, but if I was sitting next to you, I would have been like fucking.
Well, I can
dying.
only imagine because like girls and boys have crushes on me because I have a crush on you, obviously.
Oh.
So boys and girls have crushes on her. Boys and girls have crushes on him. So it's like when we're
bare knuckle fighting thing.
the guys were
They're
just
all
like
bloody, like-
drooling. It's great.
No, it's Bam. No way. They're totally broing down.
Like mid fight, like is Bam here? It was so funny. I'm like, this is really happening. Oh, it's crazy. Yeah, I would love to see you two interact in public.
And then the second best was in Denver, Colorado. This black dude does a double take with his sunglasses and puts his eye. He looks me up and down. He goes, "Asshole," and I'm like, "Me? What did I do?" Wait a minute. Do you mean Jackass? Yeah, I love that show.
Yeah.
It's not called asshole, dude.
Yeah.
But
Well, you would even think like when the Paps got us, I thought going to the gay bar would be fun. I took him, not the bar, but we went to the Abbey and then forgot that the whole Vanderpump Rules crew's there.
Yeah.
So the next morning at the Ziggy, my friend's like, "Do you know you're like all over Daily Mail?" I'm like, "No, we just went to the Abbey." There we are, like outside the Abbey laughing, her luscious brown hair. I was like, man, the gays outed us. Damn it. So yeah. We've been just traveling everywhere. So I'm glad to have friends here when we're in LA.
Yes, for
so we
sure.
can hang out
when
and
you
do
guys are in
healthy
town.
things, go to meetings, work
Yep.
out.
Go to
All the
meetings,
things.
get work. I mean, you know what? Like Oceanside is not that far from here.
No.
It's 20 minutes.
Love it.
Yeah, very close.
Escondido, what, 30 minutes from
It's
here?
a cool little
Yeah.
town. We all know LA needs some prayers right now.
Yeah.
I stay. Look, I'm not a fan of LA.
I'm not
I
either
stay the F
anymore.
out of LA.
I know what you're saying, man.
Yeah.
Me
Like,
too.
you know, I've actually, it's like the reason why I live in the middle of nowhere. Well, it's just because they're much more down to earth. If you're a bartender in Westchester, Pennsylvania, you're just happy being a bartender.
Yeah.
That's what you want to do. If you're a bartender in LA, you're just trying to make ends meet until your big break comes from your audition that you've been waiting for. It's like everybody's just trying to get somewhere and go places. So I'm with my friend at a bar, and I go, watch this. Because I know I'm going to get recognized any minute by somebody. Yo, Bam, what are you doing? What are you doing in town? And I'm like, and I was really there to do Jimmy Kimmel. And I'm like, well, I'm doing Kimmel. And then I'm, dude, we got to link up. We got to work good. We got to do something. I'm like, now watch this. Yo, next guy. Yo, Bam, what are you doing? Dude, I'm actually like, I just flew here with my own money. And I'm just like trying to get into a movie, man. Like, do you think you could like... Yeah, dude, it's good talking to you. If you're up to something rad, everybody wants to be a part of it.
yeah,
But if
yeah,
you're
yeah.
trying just
Yeah.
like everybody else, then it's fuck you. It's everybody just wants to get somewhere in LA.
When you're hot,
and you're not
hot.
really
When
there.
You're not. You're not.
Nope.
Yeah, and if you're hot, you're not. Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
at all.
Like it just is.
It's yeah,
crazy.
and it's not even clean anymore. Like to make everybody laugh. Like right before we met, I was doing the fun little morning hikes and
Sure.
everything, and then that little Ralph's right there,
Oh yeah, I know.
You know?
exactly. Yep.
and the crackheads just
yep,
out the bush.
yep.
I'll never unsee.
Yeah.
Mom, I
she's
gotta
literally-
leave. There's somebody taking a crap at Ralph's
There-
grocery
she was
store. Well, what's
literally
that big deal?
naked.
No, like in the parking lot.
Well, my whole thing to my mom was like, how did
Yeah.
the toilet
Yeah.
get in the parking lot? Like, who brought the toilet? They're heavy.
Yeah.
The next day, the toilet was gone. She was gone. I'm like, okay, I've seen it all. Like the bush, she's naked, she's barely alive, but she's hitting the crack pipe.
And check
at
this
Ralph's.
out. There's actually, we call him the Hollywood shit bum.
Yeah.
He's on Hollywood
He's
and
still
La
there.
Brea.
He's still there.
And he covers himself in his own shit and sleeps on the sidewalk so nobody will bother
doesn't
him
get
or rob what he
arrested.
ever has. Which is a good tactic if you could deal with not getting impetigo or dealing with your own stench. But that means that you could walk into a 7-Eleven, steal a slice of pizza and a bag of chips, and calling the police is pointless because they do not want your shit crystals in the back of their
Oh my
car.
God.
So as long as you can handle dealing with yourself, you're
There
gonna
was an
sleep in
episode where
peace.
someone went into
dope.
the toilet store and took a dump
You know what
in
would
a
be
store.
funny? Dude,
was
we
that
got-
Jackass?
That was
or-
Jackass.
It was Jackass.
Oh, man.
Someone took a shit.
You're
in the,
sitting in that son of a bitch.
yeah, yeah.
My life.
Who
That
did
was
it?
a real. That was a.
Who
They
did
went into a toilet show.
We went to like a Home Depot.
Yeah.
Where the toilets
This
were
guy.
selling. Took a big ass shit.
Yeah, right in the toilet. It's just- yeah, I remember that one.
We're all laughing, by the way. Yep, that was him.
That-
I actually
Yeah.
showed her for the first
Yeah.
time a couple clips. I'm like, she's like, you put up 40 stun guns on strings and you're hopping this obstacle. You guys are crazy.
I remember like the alligator with your mom and stuff. I remember the ones that we remember, but
The riot bomb test.
or the
we were-
Charleston march.
We were in
band, I
Arkansas.
remember that one. But
And seeing that riot bomb without us in it yet, I was like, dude, this is gnarly. And me, Knoxville, and Ryan Dunn did it. And for some reason, when the thing blew up, it all landed on me. They got like 6 and 7 pelts. I was covered in like 14.
yeah, we watched that one.
And the worst was right here. I got it right here, but right there hurts so bad. Just picture it. Boom.
well, my
Guys,
mom,
obviously,
yeah.
though, besides the other shit you signed over here, you had to sign the fucking that if I die or get seriously fucking injured,
Yeah.
I can't sue them.
Yeah.
And it's what's funny is, Tremaine's all greedy and he keeps most of the money, but he made everybody sign a piece of paper saying anybody could get hurt on set at any given moment, even if it's lunchtime. There could be a macaroni and cheese bomb to blow up. Me, I don't get messed with at all because I simply have to direct. All you do is sit behind the camera and say, get hurt in action. Fucking Poopy's got bitten by a shark for you. And he, at the end of the day, he walked off with, the movie made $150 million at the box office.
Yeah.
He barely could afford a Hyundai with a donut tire at the end.
Good old Hollywood.
Yeah. And then
No, I know. I mean, that's the fucked up part.
It
though.
is.
that.
That
Oh,
is like
yes.
the fucked up part. I
So
can't
crazy
say-
to
the
me.
greed is in
Yep.
is in fucking sane.
Yeah,
Yep.
it is. So I had to sue them, you know. And another thing is like Steve was like, "You're wasting your time. You signed a piece of paper." I'm like, "Shut up." So 2 years of me pulling my hair out, and he's like, "You're wasting your time, dude." So I have to say I'm happy with the outcome when we finally went to court. I'm happy with the outcome. I'm not allowed to say I won, but I'm allowed to say I'm happy with the outcome. So it doesn't even matter anymore because I'm supposed to get the money that I deserved, but Paramount started Paramount Plus, which means that none of the actors get paid anymore once it gets sold to that. So that's basically like me starting Bam Margera Incorporated, you signing a deal with me saying that if the movie does $150 million, you get $5 million. And then it happens, and I go, well, I started this thing called Bam Margera Plus, and it means that you don't get paid anymore. And it's like, you know, I don't know who did this. Well, it's called Bam Margera Incorporated, and Bam Margera started Bam Margera Plus, which says I can't get paid anymore. You made up a new contract.
Yeah.
Like, so it doesn't even matter anymore. I just signed a contract saying that you can't walk around saying you won. I'm like, well, what do I say? I lost because I certainly didn't do that. Can I say I'm happy with the outcome? Can you say you're happy with the outcome? You could say you're happy with the outcome. Whatever. Just give me the fucking money.
Are you happy with the outcome?
Yes.
So there's a lot of fun stuff just for the fans and anyone who has been asking a lot of the
One
fans.
last thing, and then Danger Aaron goes, I talked to Tremaine and said he sold it to Paramount Plus and he didn't even get paid either. Yeah, right. Do you think Dick House is going to sign something away for free? You know that him and Knoxville clocked bank and didn't pay anybody else.
Well, he's got some new stuff coming out here soon. We've got some. Viceland's going to be filming you skating, which is exciting, and Lionsgate's been doing some stuff with big things on his
Yeah,
story.
Joe DeVito,
So
who did
they're all getting
56
back
episodes of
together.
Viva La Bam with me and Bam's on Holy Union. Our chemistry just works really well.
He's a nice guy.
And, you know,
And
with
he said that he
Viceland-
thought he was going to be writing Bam's
obituary.
obituary at one point, so he's excited. But
You might as well say I was as good as dead. To wake up 8 days later
In a coma.
from a seizure,
Yeah.
probably from Lima, whatever her last name is. But yes, 8 days with a tube down my throat because I couldn't breathe on my own, only to wake up so like weak and dehydrated with COVID and pneumonia, knowing that my skater friend just died of pneumonia and he was COVID and pneumonia and he wasn't even like an old dude or anything. He was a very healthy dude who just died from COVID and pneumonia. So I was on death's fucking door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
not anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
No, it's
You know,
all
death's
up-
door,
Yep.
and you know, you're coming back to life, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you know what hurt the worst actually is being in treatment and Nikki not having Phoenix say happy birthday to me and then being in 8 days of life support and she's probably 30 minutes away and didn't even bother to see if I was okay.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I was dead and I'm 30 minutes away and you're not even going to see if I'm okay. I know we're not doing too hot right now.
One day at a time.
What I will tell you is, if you keep doing all the shit that you're doing, regardless of her, you and your son are going to have an amazing relationship together.
Absolutely.
And he, you know, God bless me with this because he is the sweetest kid. And, you know, last time I saw him was in LA. We went to the swimming pool and stuff. There's this bee floating around. I'm like, oh, I don't want you to get stung. Let me kill that thing. He's like, no, I don't like to kill bugs. I don't like to kill any living thing. I'm like, good for you. And then I think I offered him like a soda and he's like, no, I really like to drink these things because it's 5 calories and no sugar. And I'm like, who are you?
That's good. That's really cool.
Yeah.
That, I mean, see, I got blessed in it. Shane, I think the three of us got blessed because Shane's got a kid that's freaking phenomenal. The opposite of him, a good boy. My son, he came out of the womb just this amazing, loving boy.
Yeah.
And he's now at Baylor University in his first year of college.
Yeah.
So, you know, went through high school with a 4.4
Beautiful
grade
thing.
point average. I had like a 1.9.
Is what breaks my heart though is that I'm missing my own kid grow up. Like I got put away when he was 3 and he's turning 7 on Christmas. And ever since then I have to pay a monitor, $1,000 to hang out with him for 4 hours. It's crazy.
Well, just
and I have to
day by
plan
day.
on what I'm going to do. She has to monitor everything I say. I think I even said one time, hey, Phoenix, what's your favorite cartoon? And it's like, is cartoon a code word for anything? Like, no, I actually want to know what his fucking favorite cartoon is because I've been locked away for 2 years and I'm missing him grow up. And I know that I wasn't the greatest, back then. I'll never hear the end of it. I punched a mirror when he was 3, just arguing. Yeah. And I guess it was in front of him. But like, I think it's for court purposes, but he goes to therapy about that. I asked him about it. He doesn't even remember it.
Yeah.
It's like, you have to remember, that Daddy punched a mirror when you were 3.
Their kids are way
right?
more resilient than these crazy
doesn't remember
fucking, especially if this is LA courts, these LA courts are, their kids are resilient. He won't care about that stuff when he's 13 as long as Bam stays on the straight and narrow from here forward. And even if I don't want to say that though, because if you stay on the straight and narrow from here forward.
Yeah. But the most heartbreaking thing is, the lawyer, David Glass, Nikki got a lawyer. They want me to pay for her and hit Phoenix's entire life, but they don't want me to be in his life. So it's like, well, how's that going to work? How's that going to work?
It will.
You want me to pay for
it will
I
is
promise
it,
you
it,
it
take
will.
my kid and make him live in California when I live in Pennsylvania, and you will definitely not fly out to let me see him at my house. I got to fly every single time to LA. Why would I want to pay for his life when I can't be in it? Like, it doesn't work that way.
One day at a time.
Yeah.
And it'll eventually more will be revealed. You just have to keep showing
It's
up.
gonna just keep showing up. Just keep showing.
And you're gonna sort out all that because it's a lot of years of.
But I mean, I just feel like at this point, I'm officially missing him grow up. From 3 till 7, I've missed it all.
Well, it's getting better, and you're sober, and you're.
And when I do see him, it's such a precious time.
Yes.
And we have the greatest time.
Yep.
And you have the present right now.
Yep.
Because then think of it if you do go back to old Bam.
Yeah.
You're not going to see him at all.
Nope.
So right now you have the opportunity to. I guarantee the time that you do get to see him will increase, and you'll be there for all of the major moments in his life that are to come.
Yep.
And that's what it sucks to be looking at the past of the 3 to 7.
Yeah.
But now you have 7 to forever.
Yeah, and we don't remember
it's
much
just
from
crazy
3 to 7,
to-
do we?
I don't remember shit.
I don't either. Now
to
8
have
years
to
old,
be
I remember.
monetized to play with my own kid.
It's almost
when I
over,
spent
though.
the whole winter with a 6-year-old and 8-year-old girl, taking them to the movies, doing our own thing, all kinds of
almost
fun
over.
stuff.
Yeah.
But when it's my own kid, he's really armed and dangerous. Armed and what?
I have a question. Are you going to work out with her and I, or are you
Hell
a
yeah, let's
vagina?
get to
Does your
it.
vagina hurt?
Yours does.
It does. Well, it's going to. It's
me
about
last
to.
night.
The vagina is about. No, well, don't talk shit.
Vaginas.
The
actually,
vagina's
I
gonna
heard
hurt
vaginas
today.
don't hurt. I heard vaginas can take quite a bit of.
On that note, you guys,
That's just what I
we're
heard.
going to
Work
stretch,
out.
She brought up
and
vagina. I'm
eat.
just going in with it.
and we have our meeting tonight. But we'll exit.
Can't
on
we
the
sit here
vagina.
and talk a little more about vagina?
No,
Are
I
you
knew you
sure?
were perking
Are you
up
sure?
over
You
this.
perk up
great.
every time
Yeah.
there's
Another
sex.
30 seconds.
I mean-
So check this out.
There we go. There we go.
I'm at the VMAs in
Nice,
2000
nice.
when Pink, the singer
Yeah.
Pink, is
Yes.
all big. And I'm presenting
Alicia.
Eminem an award. She comes walking up to me and she goes, "Do you know who I am?" And I'm all like, "Yeah, you're the singer Pink." She's like, "I'm Alicia from Doylestown with the green
know
hair.
each
We used to
other.
skate at Cheapskates when we
Like
were
you.
12."
Oh, shit.
I'm like, "You did the blunt to cunt." So she tried to trick on a
No
blunt and it
way.
went a credit carded right here. So
Ooh,
it was like,
that hurt.
blunt. So
Oh.
she did it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm like, "You're blunt to cut.
You
You're
remembered
Alicia
her.
from Cheapskates."
Wow, that's
I've
crazy.
never put 2 and 2 together.
That's
'cause
cool.
I just
Yeah.
thought
That
it
is
was some
cool.
big
So
pop
cool.
star named Pink, and I never knew that. I never put 2 and 2 to get together that she could be from Pennsylvania and she was the girl
That's
that I
awesome.
skated with.
Wow, that's actually really cool.
There you go. One last vagina story.
One
last
story
vagina
for you.
The
Thank you.
cat.
Thank
The
you.
fucking blunt.
The pink.
The blunt,
to the
cunt.
cunt.
So I think we should do this more often when we're together, like working out and stretching.
Yeah.
And you at the gym.
Are you gonna?
I like it.
Are you too busy today to stretch me?
Not you, but you have
First
to wait.
priority.
You're number 4 though.
No, I'm
today.
first.
No, she's first.
All right, I'm second today.
She's first. It's her
love it.
turn.
Yes, I'm excited.
Well, damn, guys, this was a.
Yeah, this was
I know.
good.
We
Thank you
could
guys
talk
so
all
much.
day.
I feel like this was I want to say it. This was a badass podcast. It was real. It was raw.
Yeah. Talk all day.
Some good shit.
Yeah.
And I'm excited too because you guys have to come out here
All the time.
all the time. So
Can we like do a challenge and just like take them to Walmart one day? These two
Yeah,
bodies.
yeah.
We'll just walk behind and
Yeah.
see what
I
happens.
mean, yeah, we have to do that.
You might
That-
have to hide me because they know my ass.
Well, we're
unfortunately.
officially
You
always
too.
here about a week out of every month.
Yeah, we're here a
amazing.
lot.
So, yeah.
And the more they get to see each other, the more I'll be out here. And that's what we're manifesting. It's going to be more than a month. He's getting older. They'll be able to see each other a lot more.
And then
so.
bam, me and you'll go to meeting because
Yes.
Yeah.
I have to report to my sponsor that I go to meetings.
He
and
needs
I
a
never want to
sponsor.
go. So
This one
Kick
is
your ass in the
sponsored.
gym. She stretches you. I visit Phoenix.
We're best friends
There you
now.
go.
She's stuck
That's
with me.
great.
Yeah.
We have a Narcotics Anonymous meeting. So we do two things. We have
Exciting.
a Zoom meeting every Tuesday night. We do it from the studio, but anybody can Zoom in.
Love that.
Tuesday night,
That's
6
what you
p.m.
guys are
Pacific.
Oh, you're on it too, you
Yeah,
guys?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I need that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I love it.
and then on Tuesday nights here in the building, so that's from 6 to 7, and from 7 to 8 downstairs we have a
love it.
Narcotics Anonymous.
Yeah, I'm
meeting.
excited. I'm
and
so
then once a
excited.
month we do what we're doing tonight, where there will be probably, I mean, anywhere from 200 to 500 people show up
Wow.
in our gym area. So you'll see
Wow.
our little stage.
I love this.
Because downstairs we have a full gym that you guys will
I'm
work out
ready.
in right now.
Well, I want to say
And then-
that I would like to eventually, we have some love from the prison, so you need to go say hi to some of these guys because
yeah.
and women,
Yeah.
But I've gotten some love letters from the women's prison, so I'm hoping eventually to. I like pit bulls and addicts we were talking
yeah,
about,
yeah.
but I'm hoping to get more involved with him and do stuff like that to give back to.
Oh, we can
The
get
community and the
into,
dogs
we
and
got
stuff.
this guy in John Ponder,
Love
amazing dude. We met him on the Maha event we did with RFK. He does what is his prison? It's Hope for Prisoners,
Love this,
and
yeah.
he like
love
he
this.
wants
Get them a
Natalie.
trade.
Let's
like,
do it.
He teaches these guys
A
like,
trade.
18 months before they're released, and then 18 months after they get released, because we all know that it's basically like a revolving door. Sometimes when you go
Going
in,
right back.
and then you go right back out. So he basically trains them into some type of trade of their desire.
Wow.
So that way that when they do get released in those 18 months, they are able to actually get a job
Do
and not
something.
go back to
Yeah.
like,
Yep.
selling drugs.
And
or
then he
on the
takes
street,
guys
you know?
like
Yeah.
them into the
Yeah.
prisons.
Well, I went
talk
to,
the prisoners.
I can remove tattoos, so
Oh, shit.
tattoo removal. I
don't-
wanted
I-
to do that.
The only tattoo
they
I
get
can't,
on
I
their
haven't figured
face.
out why the person hasn't gotten rid of it yet. Is
I'm getting rid of all of mine.
Steve O still has a dick
maybe
tattooed
my
on his
schnoz.
head. Oh wait, you have a dick too?
Could you please let me pull my remover out? Okay, I have a lot of work to do on this body over here.
Oh my gosh.
Whoever Crazy Kate
Once
is,
I got fucked upside the ass in Nebraska, I got this shitty ass
I can't
tattoo.
with him.
Yup. And then I humped crazy.
I'm certified for a reason.
What field are you jealous?
Here's my new
Bigger
client,
than a football bat.
my first client, Bam Margera.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I love it, you guys. Lots of fun
so
stuff.
we'll definitely, when you guys come out, we'll link up.
All right, cool. Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys
Thank
so
you.
much.
Love you guys.
Love you too.
Yay.